to enjoy it, to relax, right? To kind of get off the charts a little bit. And now we're back, right? So now we're back. So it's Monday. It's the 28th of August. We've got 2 or 3 more days in the month here, and then we are off to September, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a look at the fundamentals here today, see what we got going on Forex Factory. Doesn't look like much, to be honest. Doesn't look like much. I know there's a pound bank holiday here going on, but we're not trading the pound today, so that shouldn't really matter here for us. I believe there's a holiday, right, in the UK?
At 8:30, my bid rate dropped like a rock right before the news, a minute before. I think somebody got a hold of my my info or my IP or something like that.
Okay, perfect.
Because my internet for the rest is working on my phone, on everything else.
Go ahead. We got some time here.
It's just my PC right now, so I don't know what's going on here. If it happens more often, I'm going to take some measures. Make sure it doesn't happen anymore. So for now, we have to deal with it.
Let's go back to the news. And let's just take a look at.
I think this is just unfortunate, but it's the reality. I have no idea what's going on.
Happening this week. Today on Monday here for us, so it should be pretty.
Let's see. Okay, let's wait a little bit for people to come back here, and then we start with the analysis right now. Okay, make sure that this is.
Composite.
This is all good. You have to use cable, not Wi-Fi. Use cable. Use cable.
Okay, single-family homes, 20 metropolitan.
Lorenzo, would you expect an oil fall? I'm seeing a probable 79 here. Let's see. Okay, we're back. So let's start with our analysis.
Tomorrow, later on in the session. Shouldn't be
an issue for us. Let's talk about a beautiful gold here. Of course, we have not seen, a significant volume spike today yet. However, we have seen the following, which is kind of interesting to look at. And that is that we open bullish. But what I'm always looking for is how do we open the market? Do we open bullish? Do we open bearish? We open bullish in that case here. Okay. Yeah, with that information, I go back and I'm practically look, okay, what's the top wick? Where's the top wick created? Until what level? Or until where did we, did we go to? So on the weekly here, we have this particular low or this particular area of resistance right now. So you guys can see, which is at 1919, 1918, something in that manner here. So what we're seeing here is that we're now tapping right into that resistance. Okay, we opened bullish, we tapped into that resistance right there. And, it's practically the bottom wick, or it's practically the bottom, sorry, not the wick, but bodies of these candles right here. And also right there. So you see that we're forming a significant amount of resistance, but also support right at that level, which is the 1919. All right, so right now we tapped into that zone and we got rejected there. So we got rejected right now there on the lower time, on the higher time frame. It's not really specific. Not going to give us a lot of information here, but that means that as long as we stay below that level, below the 1919, that when I zoom in, I want to see potential short setups looking for that continuation to the downside here, especially because the dollar opened bearish and is now trying to push up here. Now we're going to see the demand stepping in, and maybe that's going to be enough for us to break through the zone, continue up here, which is not good for gold as well here. So for now, not interested in buys yet on the weekly. Practically, if I look at that same level, also on the daily, you see that we're forming that resistance right now on the last couple of days. We have seen constantly that we're getting pushed down over and over and over again, and every single time it happens, we're seeing that we are, getting pushed down further. We got bought.
Good afternoon. Uncle Raja's here. Hey, chat. Shout out to Raja. Let's get some W's in the chat for Raja before we even get to this price action here today. W's for Raja. Yes, sir. I just purchased Raja's new simulator. Yeah, just got it last night. Appreciate you, Raja. Appreciate you always making moves, right? Being a leader in the industry, seeing a need and filling it, right? We needed that for MT5. right? How has no one made that, right? So thanks for being an innovator, a big thinker, and an action taker, right? Took action, made it happen. It's a real product, just like Magic Keys, right? So thanks for being a big inspiration for us all, and we appreciate you, man. W's. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the charts here. Let's see what we got going on here on the monthly time frame, right? Because let's tell the story here. If you guys haven't checked out my new video on how to break down time frames, how to tell the story from each time frame, go ahead, check that out on the YouTube channel. It's a new one. We just released it, and I think it'll help you out a lot in terms of finding your bias on the day, in terms of finding your ranges for the day, and then ultimately finding the best positions for the day. So go ahead, check that video out when you can. Don't check it out right now because we're going to do this live in action. So let me just bring down my tools and let's do it, right? So taking a look at gold on the monthly time frame here, what do we see? Well, we know, because we've been all over gold, right? We know that we're in this rejection zone here. So we've seen price come up here quite a few times and have rejected, right? One rejection here, a second attempt right here where we rejected pretty heavily, and then a third rejection here, right? Now, every time that we've made those rejections, price has created that resistance to push on down, created resistance to push on down, and now we've created this resistance here, right? But we've had a little bit of a hold up. We've had a little bit of hold up in these areas here where price has now just kind of barcoded, right? It's kind of just printing back and forth. We had a breakout, right? We had a candle close outside of the range with this current candle here. If we remember, if we remove this box, and we remember this candle here, right? This bearish candle, what did it do? It closed below this range here, right? So if that candle was closing below, well, we've seen clean traffic to the left coming all the way down towards like 1825, and we're expecting this next candle to go ahead and be able to fill that range, right? Just like price action should. But what happened? What happened here? Price ended up pushing bullish, breaking the previous candle highs, and now closing back above this level of
the point of control of this overall overall range here.
And price created a
hope that makes sense. We just need volume. That's all we need. A good thing today, and that's always nice to look at right here, is the Sunday open. Okay, that means that if we break below here, all right, fam, break below the 1913. That means automatically that we will, also break below the Sunday open right here, which could potentially lead into a continuation. You see right now that we're kind of holding above it. If we close below it, we close below that candle here. I think there is a big chance we're going to see at least some sort of continuation, to the downside, testing potentially, this low right here at 1907. So there could be a nice quick short. Hopefully today, hopefully the volume is enough for us to give us that setup here. And let's see from there. Let's see from there.
At some point here within the next month or so, right? So
I also wanted to go quickly, and give a extremely, let's give some props to Mr. Aaron Horton for actually becoming a crown trader, aka a funded trader with Funded Next. So congratulations, my friend. For passing your challenge and actually getting your first payout. I think you earned, what did you earn, around 900 bucks. That's amazing to see, man. Congratulations, I'm very happy. Congratulations with your payout. And a big shout out to Aaron. If you're here, man, very proud of you, brother. You deserved it, and you worked hard. You worked hard for it. I'm very proud of you. Absolutely amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. And generate more of these profits, bro. That's what it is. Do your thing. And that's a nice big W for you. So a big win for Mr. In the chat on YouTube here, AH Cardinal 19. Big shout out to you, my man. Congratulations becoming a funded trader with Funded Next and getting your first payout. Very, very proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing.
right? They all three of them attempted to get back into the yellow range, but failed to do so.
I hope you guys started your week strong. All right, we just had a boxing session this week or today.
And moved down.
We got absolutely destroyed by our trainer. Feeling great, feeling good. I'm ready. I want to start the week as difficult as possible, you know, getting my exercise done. The hard sessions first gives you a true wake-up call here. Okay, you know, it's back. We're back on track. Let's go. We're not getting lazy. We don't like slow starts here. We want to start the Monday hard and how it should be.
Price pushed down, right? And what did it do? It mimicked this candle to the left-hand side.
Another layer, by the way,
right?
very important, is the book map. Forgot about the book map.
Left-hand side.
And
so,
in regards to the book map right here, we have the most resistance now, the most sell orders placed at 1944,
once this candle closed below,
which is actually right here. I'm not sure if it's there. Let me see if I can show it right now. Yeah, we can talk about GJ also later. We have also another setup for GJ ready. But 1944. Okay, which is right there. And it was practically around 9044 point.
Everything is working out in my favor.
Right? Because
9044 and 9044.5. So that's practically around the point of control as well here on the spot chart here. So it is a very strong level to look at. This is what we're looking for here. Joanna says, if you move over to Vantage, will you have the indicators you use in TradingView? Yeah.
Daily salary. So if we do break these low or a weekly salary, if we do break
absolutely, brother.
Very high chance we continue down.
Absolutely.
Very, very high chance, right? So that's what we got going on. Let's see if this high right here gets
what is your risk reward ratio if it should go bearish? It depends on the last candle.
I think you can see
it depends on the last candle.
Daily, what that looks like as well.
Where do we close? How do we close? Where's the wick? What is the wick looking like? You know, and each trade is different. Therefore, each
kind of created this
scenario is different. I'm personally like to go for 2-to-1s. I'm usually on stream ending up lower than a 2-to-1, so like a 1.5 to 1 on average. Practically, gives us a higher win rate though. So that's the most important part. Andreas says, hi Lorenzo, when is your crypto screen this week? This week is on a Friday. Last Friday was a quick one, but it was really nice. We found some really good information.
Right? Isn't that what we'd be saying?
So this Friday, Andrea.
Here on this daily time
and it's good to see you as well.
Looking for sells. If we're going to find sells, how are we going to find them? Well, we got to go down to these lower time frames, right?
What software to use for the bookmap charts? Bookmap. It's called bookmap.
4-hour candles.
Simona said, did you take any trade? No, the stream just started a couple minutes ago. So we're right now right here. We were perfectly on time, Simona.
Rejected it again. So if we can actually close below there, that
waiting for some volume to kick in here. I think that's the most important part. All right. If the dollar breaks below the previous high here, the 104, all right, then we might be seeing a nice flip here for gold to the upside too. We need to see a break above the 1919, above the 1944 practically here on futures. That could potentially lead into a nice continuation here.
Therefore, why in the world would I take sells anywhere above here today?
Jimon says, thank you, man. No music today. I don't know if you know music or is it too slow?
Right here, you just got to get out of the rough, rocky waters. And then if we can get below, awesome, right? We can.
What about the EJ setup in the signals channel? So yeah, we can talk about this in the signal group. It's another setup indeed that we're looking at. Absolutely, you guys know it. All the information is in there. If anything changes, you are updated, so you know exactly when we take action.
If we're gonna take buys as well, I think we can take our buys above the chop, right? Above all this choppiness here to the left. There's a nice clean wick to fill. I really like that wick right there to fill here. Also some resistance up top, and I think that.
Right, Madame says, hi Lorenzo, I've been on a break from trading, but I'm back.
Here today, right?
Are you still doing crypto trading on the weekend, or are they still on YouTube or Discord? So we do it on a Friday in Discord.
Ultimately on the day.
Friday is the day where I trade crypto. I try to go for 1 day a week for myself, just because I'm a big fan. I love it myself. I wanna stay updated. I don't want to miss out on the market. Even when nothing is happening, I want to be there. I want to make sure that I'm actively trading it. So I'm, it's kind of like a muscle. You wanna, you wanna keep training your muscle. Otherwise, you start forgetting what you were doing. So therefore, one day a week for me is enough to make to be completely updated about the markets.
It doesn't show you what happens ahead of time.
Right up here.
Time frame.
Right, it may not happen in one
So practically, guys, what we're waiting for is volume. All right, waiting for the volume to kick in, and that's it. Without volume, of course, there is no movement. Without a movement, there is no trade. So no volume, no movement, no trade. Volume,
during times of
trade.
If price does close above there, it wants to move up.
What do you guys do this weekend? What were you planning? Did you guys work? Did you guys party? Did you guys,
somewhere right in this range.
Had some fun, spent some time with the fam. What happened here?
Look for some sort of a fake out.
I went to the beach on a Saturday. It was very nice.
A lot of people will
met some of my friends here in Bali. Sunday, I spent some time with my son. Took him out. Went to some sort of playground.
So it'll close back below, and then that'll start.
Makes you feel like a kid again.
Here for the day. Right, and then once we get our
Lawrence says, I went to Mysteryland. Oh, was this weekend? Oh, wow.
We can take our position.
Amazing. Lab Insider, I'm officially in V3 starting from this week.
Around the fake out. Right?
Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
As price action plays itself out.
David just had my birthday party. Congratulations.
We're not even close to 8 o'clock open right now. I'm just letting price move around.
Eastern Standard.
Don't have
Congratulations, brother.
currently. When you come on the charts, you're not meant to have it set up automatically.
I'll be looking for fake outs for sales right around 1915, 500.
Sometimes you need
and then in terms of
do you have a signal for us today?
In terms of selling, the 1 hour is very clean, right? I would look to take my sales below 1913 here. So very clean day for us.
Joris says, I was in Helmond with my good friend that I know for 12 years because he had his birthday. Amazing. Helmond, my family living there. My mother lives there. Close to Helmond, at least. Online Mirna says, I enjoyed my weekend with my family at home. Ryan Johnson, do you need weed?
Lovely.
Yeah, I live in Indonesia, my brother. So if you try to do what, if you try to smoke weed here, you have a big problem. A big problem. Like a big problem. Like very bad. Very bad.
There's so much in this market that those who have been here with me for a long time as members.
Cool.
Very bad.
You'll notice.
Got it.
Teaching you a lot.
Okay. Yeah, we're ready for volume. Volume is what we need. We want to trade, but we need volume. So let's just wait, have some fun. Let's go over a couple of other charts here. Make sure that we are completely updated. We have GJ as well. GJ is showing us a super clean structure right now. We had that massive GJ trade. All right, we had around 200 plus pips on this trade here last week. So congratulations if you took this one. Big winner. We were talking about this setup for a while, right? That sell liquidity was built up here. Constantly waiting for it to happen. We were in that trade, I think, for 2 days. Finally happened, finally broke down. But now we have been consolidating a little bit here. All right, we have been consolidating from Wednesday all the way up to Friday. So now it seems that we're looking for some sort of pullback. And what I do like the most here is the fact that we took out the highs here. Very clean. We took out these highs. This high took out the previous high. We broke resistance. We immediately flipped. Right. This is where usually why this trade was so good. Why we took this one. We're looking for now a pullback to the 618 Fibonacci. Coming back towards this zone here, which is not going to happen today, but later this week I am quite confident we're going to see at least some sort of pullback here, and hopefully we're going to see some liquidity getting built up. We take it out and we take a short for DJ later this week. So this is not for now. This is for potentially later this week here. In regards to like a short-term trade, we have this level of support or resistance. My bad, resistance at 184.62. So if we can close on the 1 hour, right above it here, and there is like a nice amount of volume here. I do believe that we have, potential continuation to the upside here as well. So that means in theory, you know, we could trade this setup to the upside while we're waiting for that trade setup to play out, you know, back to the downside again after that. So yeah, I'm looking at something like that, you know, maybe a short-term trade to the upside while waiting for a bigger trade to the downside eventually for GJ here. Overall, we have to wait and see how that one goes here. But I do like it. I do think there is a lot of potential for the British pound against the yen here after being, you know, bullish for so long, at least seeing or giving us some sort of nice, you know, potential pullback scenario here. We can keep going forever, but we have been coming up, you know, practically for weeks in a row, months in a row, and we're seeing now finally some weak structures getting created here. So that's why it's an interesting one to look at. Another one is the euro against the yen. I have shared this one in the signal channel, that we're waiting for this one to happen as well. We are already coming very close to a trade in regards to this one, where we're waiting for that pullback to happen. The information was already given. So yeah, we talk about this one a little bit later, but that's another layer. For now, of course, we're waiting for gold just to show us the volume we need in order to move forward.
So I would expect to see that bottom wick at some point. So, and I would also obviously expect to see a retracement here, right? So I think if we're waiting for sells here today, we could take.
Lorenzo, are you married? I'm not married.
This low here, which is the daily candle, right? So if we are coming
watching your videos from start will be a good start.
See a push down.
I think that overall, I think during like the videos that I share are great. However, I think the live stream is where the magic happens, because this is where we actually execute live. All right, I'm definitely more of a streamer right now at the moment, making sure that I'll, you know, constantly show you guys how I manage, how I trade on a consistent basis here. Of course, I had to adjust my strategy, you know, a little bit here and there, just because of the live stream and also the high win rate and particular setups we're looking for in the market here. Overall, guys, we have already like, what, 240 likes right now. Let's smash it up. Let's get to 300 likes right now. We have 750 people watching. Means that 500 people roughly did not like the video here. Show some love.
Because if we can close bearish, right, on the 4 hour,
just do it.
We can most likely expect to see.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Also, another layer, very, very beautiful. We're coming closer and closer, fam. I can't believe how fast we're growing right now. It's absolutely crazy. We're starting to hit. We're coming close to the 40K. 40K subs are coming closer and closer. We're finally, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. So hopefully by today we're gonna at least set a new target this week. We're gonna go to like the 39. 39K would be nice. That would be amazing. Let's see where we can take us. This week as well here.
And that's the day.
And 300 likes. Much love, fam. Amazing.
Got somewhere.
Let's wait for some volume.
Johnny boy.
Somewhere.
Oh, good morning, brother.
How we feeling?
Lorenzo, I tried using the promo code to buy a 50K challenge, but didn't work. It is only for the 6K, 15K, and 25K.
Got confidence. Oh,
so do take that in consideration here. We have the code Limitless for a 10% off anything above 50K.
Thanks, bro.
Good morning to you, Nikki.
Appreciate it. Just got it last week.
The link is at the top.
Hey, what's good, chat?
To the top of the chat for you.
Morning. Happy Monday. Good morning, everyone in Doom.
Knowledge, I see you. Good morning. What's up? What's up? Good
Hey, chat, let's go.
For instance, I guess I will see you another day.
Doing what we do, right? Acting like professionals, following our plan.
Right, John. 40% of Indian forex traders like your analysis.
Just like
love it. I love Indian people.
Run it up.
Very, very nice.
The Discord chat is pinned to the top of the chat.
I'm feeling a big week, brother.
For some reason, I was watching videos of India yesterday.
So you can come on through to the main chat.
I don't know, in my feed. I don't know why I was ending up here. I was in on it. I don't know what happened to me yesterday. You know, when you're scrolling through and you start to see these videos and you suddenly end up in India looking at temples and stuff. That was me yesterday. Going to the water in front of the temple and yeah, you name it. Very, very nice though.
Right off for the banner.
Good morning, John and all the gang. Good morning,
Philip, good morning.
sir.
How's it going?
YouTube, man. You know, we're all trying to improve, become better human beings, but you know, sometimes
and
even
also,
me,
yeah, so for those who haven't been here in a while, the main
sometimes
chat
I'm a
is
zombie.
free.
You know, I just need to get rid of these rules sometimes.
If you want full access,
Trying to avoid it, but you know how it goes.
membership.
Sometimes you. That's
Yeah,
cool.
In the membership, you get books.
Really nice.
Right?
Before you know
those
it,
of you who are already paying, no,
you've been
the
scrolling for
chat cannot
15
see your
minutes.
books. They cannot download your books. They can't see any.
Really, really bad
The
actually.
analysis, thanks. Classic.
Usually I'm very
Can't see
aware
your
of it,
books.
but
They
sometimes
can't
I
see
slip.
the rest of your chats. They can't even see
It's still happening.
You're chatting. They can't see the homework. They can't see the.
Down the rabbit hole, yeah.
Believable.
That's the reality. That's the truth.
Nah, it was less than that.
But yeah, the free part is just the main chat and only the main chat.
I am new on this channel. Can you explain what you do? Yeah, so I
Make sure
trade.
you
I
get
trade
this
live.
Go ahead and join the Discord.
And while I trade live,
Me, John,
we
Aleo
Won't miss out on the
explain what we
trades.
do and why we do it.
Alright, you get the live notifications. I did add
And
a
welcome,
message
Joe.
out there that everyone should be able to see.
We missed you, bro.
That's the Daily
Next time.
Forex news.
The market is very slow at the moment, so do take that in consideration.
There was a little bug yesterday on Discord.
The New York will
but
open up in like 30
you
minutes.
should be able to see
All right,
it now.
30 minutes to go.
For a couple hours yesterday, you couldn't.
Hopefully this will give us some more volume. Yeah.
1 week. Whoa.
The London closure, there was like we had no volume, of course, during London because it was a bank holiday for the United Kingdom. So we're waiting for the New York to open. Hopefully they give us the volume that we need for today.
It's just hard to stay disciplined.
Remember everybody's name.
It's just hard to be disciplined, right? Most traders just struggle with just actually sticking to one system, right? The biggest issue we have
The mints
is
are
there's
like a
so
bright
much
choice.
information.
EJ is
out
getting
there.
closer to your
There's so
signal
much
in the
information.
V3, Lorenzo. All
Right?
right.
You take 1 or 2 losses with
I
one
will
strategy,
keep you, make sure I will not miss it out. You know, while I'm
it's
streaming as
paddleboard
well.
and over to the next one.
Perfect.
Going over to the
Thank
next
you,
one,
brother.
right? Let me go
I
find
will
the
keep a
next
very
golden
close eye on it.
strategy, right? And then, you know, that one looks really good, and all of a sudden they start trading that one, and they take 1 or 2 nice wins.
Supporter. Yep.
And
Anything.
they take a
that's
loss,
And then you got unemployment
Boom.
claims.
back to
Saturdays.
surfing the internet.
Friday,
for another
Yes,
strategy.
you're
I'm
right.
telling
We're
you,
coming very, very close.
That's not how you get. That's
Oh,
not how you get it
beautiful.
done.
Yeah, you got quite a bit of stuff
They're
this
recorded
week, chat.
in
I
August.
think.
expire
that you're
at the
looking
end
for the
of
right
What is
strategy.
Friday? September
At the end of
1st.
the month.
When the market will come back stronger, I think you're talking about volume. I think when the market opens up at pre-New York could be a good kickoff. And then, of course, the New York Stock Exchange will open up later as well.
Is there's a need to get
I think overall, that's what we're waiting for. If the London is closed,
On Friday,
or there's like a bank holiday for London here,
as
you guys can see here, then of course there's not much going to happen here during London right now. We're still in London, waiting for another like 25 wins. See if that will
So
make
always
any
key to
difference.
jump
Right now.
ahead, understand
So
what's going on.
let's head into the V3.
But
Let's see if we can go in there right now. If you guys want to join, I'm going to share my screen there shortly.
yeah, let me just zoom
In case you take a trade, you are the first to
Yeah, check. I
know.
got no idea what's going on.
There's no
I have
delay
no idea
in
what's going on
Discord.
on
A
the
lot
chart
of people
today.
use
But hopefully,
the
after
action
do my
use
analysis, I have a
Zoom.
sense of direction.
I've noticed that Discord works
I guess ideals.
completely fine
Right
here.
now, I don't know.
And yeah, no, we're going to do that one. We're going to use this one.
Will build confidence in your self-image.
So
Right?
let's see.
Your self-image is
Gonna kick it off soon. I see Thomas is already here. Let's see if he's actually here in a second.
Operate
Alright,
on,
copy
right?
Really
Your
nice.
self-image. And
Talking with the magician.
do some small things, right? Some small disciplines.
Why do you
Those
trade
are
only 15
giveaways.
minutes after the session opens?
Well, if you have dropped a
Right.
message in the customer support,
I don't.
then
We have trades
You ain't eating those no more.
sometimes like
You
4
always
hours
do
after
You
the
see
session
the
opens.
cookies,
Actually,
and you think, you know, it
Sometimes
won't really
before
make much
session
of a
opens.
Keep in
difference right
mind,
now.
we get
Right,
around.
if I
I'm just saying today's
Maybe
position
I'll
is like
see
gonna be
a
8:15
difference
by
in
the way things look right now.
But I gotta
There's
tell
not,
you,
there's nothing. We're not gonna get a position now. Yeah, like, you know that, right? Like we can't just magically say, oh yeah, there's a position coming soon. Like there's, we need things to form first. And looking at price here, I'm probably expecting at least 8:15 before we get something.
So when we get so
Just
many
using this
customer
time.
messages,
Should be around
sometimes
comments
you
open
just wait
chat.
a little bit here.
Because every time you deny that
Intertrade.
temptation, now you
Literally,
become
place
stronger and
orders
stronger. And guess what?
So how you guys doing though? Everything's good?
You can do
You become
things
Your weekend was good?
Your self-image becomes better. right? When you're
Chill weekend.
Do it in like a demo
feel
account
better, you
and
think
it
better.
counts
US
as
10-year yield for
What
this
should I do this weekend? Oh yeah, I went to a wedding this weekend.
I just took
I
one
think
trade
that's
on it.
great
Wedding this
idea.
weekend.
I like where you're going to already.
Putting off,
Shout out to
or,
you, Lee.
basically putting off
10K
temporary
account gives you the
Talking about the
analytics at
10-year
the
yield
end.
right here.
That's pretty
Alright,
cool.
what do you
Spent the
see?
whole weekend looking at
I'm
rims.
always so personally looking at the
Wheels.
right
Yeah,
away.
I'm thinking
Okay.
about
Why?
and
Just because
you know
I
what, I
see
can do
that the 2-year yield
I
is
did it
showing
once.
me.
I
I
can do it
already
again
canceled
tomorrow.
mine.
Yeah, a lot of
I could do it
conferences as
again
well
next
as the
year.
30 year.
Stacking those
30 years
little
sometimes
wins
also
on that little
a realistic
discipline.
year, but I like
Whenever
to
that
have
runs
the
out,
two
disciplines,
which is gonna
your
be
self-image
the
boost.
most.
Your self-image
You're gonna
boost.
see
I
it's
have to
probably
feel
Feel
better.
stick
better.
to this
Feel
for
better.
So
You
for the
trade
10,
better. You
for
trade
example,
better.
like
You
you
make
said,
more money.
I'm
You
not
make more
fiddling
money.
with
at the
You're
moment,
excited,
I don't
right?
have
let's see
You're
where
highly
we at
linked.
on
I
the
don't get
15
paid
minute.
to.
and it all
I just
comes
right
down
now,
found out who
to
they
those
were
we have
little
free trial.
disciplines, gang. Little
Yeah,
disciplines.
overall we're ranging. Nothing
But
special
yeah, for
How's
anyone
this?
who's
going on here
looking
at the moment.
to practice
For the
and be
2-year
able
yield,
to
we're
enter
actually
trades and
moving
be
up
able
quite
to
strong.
feel the
think
way
it
that
goes
they
back?
feel as if they were
At
entering
this
a
particular
trade.
moment
Get
though,
that practice
gold
in.
is actually doing
Then you
very
may
well.
want to check
Yeah,
out
that
the
Wait, is that
trade.
good?
Staying focused on the
Yeah, it's good,
process,
right?
Like,
The chat music good?
getting distracted in the
towards
back,
If you don't want to pay,
dollar.
there's a
background
5-day
noise,
free
right?
trial. So
Staying
Alright.
focused on the process,
Someone
on
who
what
has
you
more
have
free
to do,
time
combination
on
become
the
a professional
gold
trader.
is
then
pretty
Right, in
the
the case that Nick is talking
Not
about.
like a
Why you
competition.
flexing? No, that was from Friday, but we're gonna leave that up until I finish the analysis here.
Session we want to trade.
You know, it's a slow week. Gotta get the marketing up a little bit.
Developing those skills
All
that
right, so
you
chat.
talk about, right? Work out your discipline
What's
muscle
going on, man? Let's do this analysis real quick. So,
Like
like I said, you know, full transparency. I got no idea what's going on. All right. As a trader, a full-time trader, professional trader, sometimes you have no idea what's going on, and that's completely normal. All right, because this is the first time I'm really sitting down looking at a chart since like real last night. I was up last night a little late. Saw some pre-London pushes. I was looking at sells, you know, around like 1918. I never tapped 1918, so I never got it. But I was looking for sells last night. Never got it. But not much really happened since the London session. So things haven't really moved today yet. I'm assuming it's gonna pick up during the NY session here. I doubt we're just gonna sit in the range here. I mean, there's a possibility we can, but I highly doubt it. Looking at the higher time from here, let's start off with the monthly. So first things first is, what is the monthly candle doing? All right, so
Just putting the lines there to help you out.
This is right here at
Please try to remember that.
19.
When you type these
Just the
in,
bottom of that
When you start stacking those
of that
wins,
candle right here
then
and
guess
also
what?
like
You
here.
start
So
to
you
get
see
rid
this
of
on
the
the weekly
excuses.
time frame.
Alright,
Below
so
Start
resistance.
to get rid of the
what is the monthly doing, right?
Break and close above it.
You have 3 days left. And 3 days left. There's a lot that could happen, I'll say.
As far as
Obviously, there's a couple ways you can close, right? So first things first is, mark up your levels first, right? As we always would. So first thing is, I'll put my probably resistance somewhere up here, right? That's your resistance on price. You can probably see looking left there. You have rejections here to the left. Price closed, then close above, because you fail to continue driving up. Fail to close above, fail to continue driving up. Fail to close above, fail to continue driving up, right? Because you never close above the resistance here. So this is your most recent resistance now, 2000. Your support now, I'll say, could be around, overall, you'll say it's around here, right? This is the range you're currently in right now. So this is the range you're currently in. There's also a minor level right around here as well, which I don't think will matter much anymore, to be honest, because you have 3 days left to a closure here. But with the way the monthly candle is closing, if you do end up closing above the most recent support,
you can see.
sounds like some incredible music. Alright, so there's a minor support right around here on price, right? So 19, I think, what is this? 1906, right? So depending on how the monthly candle closes, if you were able to close below his range, then next month expect it to continue driving further down. Because if you close below his range here, look left. Look at the last time he closed below his range, right? You're looking left here, you're looking at these areas to the left. Last time he closed below, you actually drove down to fill the rest of the range here. So you saw a drive down, right? Tap into 1940 or 1840, sorry. Close below. Again, fill the range, right? Close below, fill the range, right? So you can see every time you close below the range here, you actually came down to fill the range at 1840. The problem is though, will you close below? You have 3 days left, you have NFP, but you have no top wick on the monthly, right? This entire monthly candle, all it did really was come down. Since August 1st, all it did was come down. Hasn't came up, hasn't created a top wick. What that means is that, I mean, there's a possibility any given point during this monthly candle you could create a top wick. But NFP is Friday, and for us to really push up towards 1966, break above those highs, you're gonna need a lot of volume. You're gonna need a strong catalyst in order to do that, right? I'm assuming if price were to do that any given day this week, it'll be NFP. But NFP is the first of the month. So what that leads me to is that, okay, well, if the monthly can close bearish, right, could next month's candle create a top wick then for NFP, or even Friday's candle create a top wick for NFP? So this is how you close the next month's candle. Any given point could do something like this. Create a top wick, right, Friday, and then continue to push further down towards the bottom of the range. And that's if you close below this range here, right? So you can close below, let's say you close like this, below the range, right, and there's no top wick. It'll look like this, right, next candle. Press the top wick on Friday to continue driving down towards the bottom of the range at 1840. So that's a possibility as well. Again, you have about 3 days left. I don't know how the month's gonna close, but you do have a couple of folders until the monthly close, right? Again, you have these folders this upcoming week, right? So let's see how much that affects price. But for the most part, I mean, yeah, that's what you're expecting for the monthly, this month and next month. Now dropping down to the weekly here. The weekly is bullish, right? So, well, actually, yeah, you're bullish, but you close respect. So if you guys take a look here, I got my levels marked up right around here, off of basically these rejections to the left here. So you have overall, you have rejections over here to the left, right here. You got rejections here. Rejections here, support here, resistance here, support here. You can see overall, you close below this minor support to the left here. So, yeah, you close below 1916, right? You close bullish below the most recent resistance. You never closed above. If you were to close above, then I would assume that this week you continue to drive further up towards next resistance, right? But however, you close respecting any given point, you could still come up and break the highs, but since it's a closure, a bullish closure respecting resistance, it can literally flip any given point to drive further down like this, right? So don't get me wrong, it can drive up this week, right? Create a top wick, but any given point it can still flip bearish to continue further down towards the next support because it's still respecting this resistance here, right? If you were to close above again, then you have room to go up, you have ranges to drive up, but since you're still below, think of it as you're still sitting in this range here. So you're still sitting in this range from basically here to wherever the next support is, right around here, right? That's what I'm kind of looking at here to the left. And it's good too because you're gonna see, chat, like looking left here, there's like, if you were to draw your resistance right around here, right, you're gonna notice that every time that you close below this range here, you're able to drop down and fill the next range. So looking left here, you're looking at again, like you came down from above 1920, right? So you're looking at all the times where you came from above and what happened once you closed below. You're gonna see that obviously you closed below here, you came down to here, right? You had this push down here, closed below, came down to here, right? So you had this push here, you had this push here, you had, I wouldn't say this, actually, yeah, no, I wouldn't say that. But you're looking at these major levels, right? And you're gonna notice that, and within those levels there were rejection zones right around, for instance, like in this case, there were rejection zones around here, right? That's where price rejected. Looking left here, at this push, there were some rejections around here, right?
There's a little bit
Looking at this
manipulation.
push here,
That's one thing that I will say.
there
Which
were
is still
rejections around here,
It's crazy.
right?
Life moves
So
fast
overall, we're
sometimes.
looking at price
You
here.
gotta look up
With
and
those
down.
areas
Just
to the
wanna
left, I'll say the medium average support will be around here at like 1860, right? So same thing here. You close below. You haven't continued to drive further down towards 1860 yet. At any given point this week, you can with the way that you close on the weekly respecting resistance, right? So you may see a pop down towards there. But again, you need a top wick first. I would assume the top wick would be somewhere probably somewhere, let's see, say,
feelings are overrated, right? Success.
it could be anywhere in this range here, in this pink box here. But once it's have like 1920, 1940, looking left here, because like I'm looking left, I'm looking at the levels that you have rejected in the past, and they were here, they were here, they were here. So it can literally be up there towards like 1840, 1830 for the week before we continue to pop down. But again, I have no idea, right? But once you actually create a top wick and you flip, I would assume that you'll make your way down towards the next support this week. So it's similar to last week's analysis, similar to last week's ranges and targets. The daily on Friday actually closed, I think it closed bearish here. It closed bearish, but it closed very weak bearish. And it also closed bearish respecting support too. So if you guys look left here, on the most recent areas, there's a resistance right around here at 18 or 1914. Looks like you closed bearish respecting support, right? So what I'll assume that's going to happen now is, I mean, the thing about this is that if it were to close bearish like below the range exists, there's a high chance you'll come back into the range and continue driving further down. But in this case, it closed respecting support. So at any given point, what can happen here is you can obviously come down, right? It is a bearish candle. But I would assume that once you actually create a bottom wick, right, you continue with the bullish, continue to drive up for the daily because we close bullish respecting support. So like this could literally happen, right? If you were to close below, a different story. You can come back into the range, come down to the bottom of the range at 1896. However, you're bearish above the range any given point. You can just create a bottom wick. I'm looking left here. And your next resistance is going to be somewhere around here. And you're going to see, before price made its way up towards those levels, there was liquidity being grabbed in, I'll say, these areas to the left here. So there's some type of support here. So there's a possibility you could come down first today towards like 1904, 1908, and then end up rejecting there to make the way back up towards 1828, which is your next resistance, right? Which is your next target. And it'll literally just be printing these ranges to the left there. So that's a possibility as well today. Obviously, you haven't moved yet for the day much. All I did really was create a top wick. So if you create a top wick and you're trying to flip here, again, you may see a drive down towards the next support, 1906 here on the daily first before making that move up. So if we could come down on a daily today towards like the 1902, 1905 levels, how can we get sells coming down? And once we do come down, how can we get buys going up? Is what I'm asking myself now, right? So I'm trying to see if we could anticipate buys and sells today.
I'm not in a position because I don't know.
What was that daily support again? That was
in the Netherlands. Yeah, I have
one
my
picture
moments.
where it's like two guys on a train. And one
moments.
guy's like staring like on the inner part
Not,
and just looking at the wall or whatever, and the other guy is like,
1910.
Oh yeah, staring out the window,
yeah,
smiling.
really
or
like
one
1903.
guy's in like a prison cell. He's
I try to stay as clean
looking
as
basically
possible.
like at the walls and stuff outside.
This
And
is
then the other
just
guy
here.
just painted
That's
a
the
picture.
current
So
range.
when he looks towards the window,
Follow
he
God.
sees the picture. And it's like a beautiful, bright, sunny day, right?
Personal
It's like,
experience does not work
everyone's
unless
got
you
a
can really
different
control the
perspective.
hype.
So like
1923,
perspective
that's
is
the
everything.
current
Right?
Yeah,
range.
really just
23 and
much to
903.
do.
22.
Pessimistic
range.
person to an optimistic person, right? It's all
Yeah, tea
perspective.
works. Just give me tea and I'm happy.
That's
That's
why it's so important that what is your perspective? What are you
Close about
feeding
here.
your
Close
thoughts?
the bottom
What are
wick was
your
where
thoughts,
it was.
right?
So here
What
came
are you
down
saying yourself?
towards here.
How are the quality of thoughts you're saying yourself? Like,
Yeah,
dictate
Gavin is a
your
massive
life
coffee
or, you know?
drinker, that's for sure.
because
I'm more into the tea.
Bottom wick was
we
here.
can change our perspective in any situation, like from good or bad. Like, why can't we do it?
Nice.
Why can't we be good, right? Why can't we feed ourselves the
I think it
positive
says
thoughts
fasting
what is
really
that will
helps. Yeah, some
give us that
fasting
positive perspective out of life
really
in
helps
any
me personally.
situation, right? It could be any
It's better for my
situation.
skin.
That's why
It's
you
better
need
for
to feed yourself
my
those
energy
positive
levels.
thoughts, right? Work on that.
I usually
What
do
is
not take
Your
breakfast.
perspective could
And
be
I'll make sure
happy
that I'll
one,
drink a
right?
lot of water.
So okay, so I'm looking left here, right? I'm looking
Other
left
reason
right
why
now.
it's
I'm
important
looking
to
at these
think
areas to the
positive.
left here that
Feel
close
much, much
above
better.
1914, right, or 1914.390. And I'm looking at that. I'm looking at also this because
Because
those
in
are
trading,
two
right,
accounts that
there's
actually
someone
closed
who's
above
down,
the range, right? You can see
on his
right here,
account and
close
out,
above
what's
his range
perspective,
here,
what's his thoughts?
close above his
This
range
is-
here,
this is
coming up
thoughts.
from again
Right, I'm done.
19, coming up from
This account
below
is screwed, like,
1914,
I'm
right? So
gonna
that's what you're
lose
looking at
money.
because you're trying to
And that's
replicate
his
this current
perspective,
push right
But
now.
there's someone who's in
I'm
the
looking to
same
see
situation, maybe even worse,
the
who's
last
like,
time
oh,
we
I'm
closed
good.
above
I got
respecting.
this. I got
We
faith
made
in
our way up
myself. I know
towards
what I can do.
1923. What did price
Process.
tap first,
That guy
right?
has a
I'm
different
looking
perspective of
at
it, right?
this right here.
They both
This
get
kind of created a
different
bomb wick
views.
here. Then this push here created a bomb wick here. So I'm looking to
Very
see
cool.
like what that
That is so
area is
true. I
that,
bet
that
you
you're,
there's a lot of
that
people
you're gonna
who
reject
do
off
that.
of the most recent current price.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm looking at the
Oh, yeah.
1908 to
Yeah, yeah, they
1910
did.
mark. So
Yep.
I drew a yellow line there because I'm gonna go down
So
to
many
a smaller
reasons.
time from now, and I'm gonna see what that is on the smaller time from on like the 15 to 5 and such, right?
Keep in
No,
mind,
this
we
is
do have
there's-
completely
something
understandable.
coming up in 8
Yeah, it makes
minutes.
sense. I mean, because like I'll assume that today, if price were to continue to drive up towards the next resistance, right, which is gonna be this range here at 1922, you'll need liquidity for driving up. And it'll make sense if you do come down towards the next support, which is going to be around here, 1912, 1910-ish. I'm just trying to see the exact level, but I'm looking left there.
Did you guys enter yet?
There's these areas to the left that you reject and pass here, some areas here as well, some areas here. So it could be in the ranges of 1912 to 1908. I just want the exact level, and I feel like I'm not going to find it here
Yeah.
for a little while
Well, we have a
here.
1 hour closure coming up here, gang. So 1 hour closure.
Sometimes chat, it takes me a couple of
in
analysis.
about 6 minutes. I was
Or a
looking
couple
at
of
that resistance there.
minutes on charts at least to understand what exactly is going on. But like the overall level is anywhere from like 1912 to 1910.
Very weakened.
I'm noticing that there is no bomb wick here on 15, so it could be 1911. Again, I want to see how price plays around like 1912 areas because again, it could be there, it could be 1910. We could have pineapples at both of those two areas there. We'll see.
So
Don't get
Just
me
marking my
started.
support right around here as well. Yeah.
News
I'll assume that if you were to create a bomb wick on a 4, it'll be a 4 bomb wick as well, which will tap into 1909, which that will make total sense too. Because it'll look something like this if it were to come down tap.
Hey, Andreas, there we go. Beautiful.
Right.
Love that.
Because if price were to drive up, it's got to grab liquidity into those ranges before driving up. And if price were to drive down, it's like gonna fill the range first at like 1922 in order for it to drive down, right? It's gotta print the motion above 1922. But then again, like what was the point of this push then, right? Because there's a resistance here on price at one given point. There's a support here on price. This is the range that you're in, and you had like a little fake out here, right? Range on fake out. So in order for price to continue driving up, it's gotta respect these areas anyway, 1910, right? And then again make its way back up to retest the highs. And if it were to come back down, in order for it to come back down towards like these levels to the left, it's got to grab liquidity again before coming down, right? So you'll see like some type of resistance form here, and then you might see like price tap into 1922 before coming down. So like worst case today, like if anything,
a lot of traders are down on their account.
okay, let's say you
Right?
respect this
You just
resistance
don't
here,
know
heavy
because they're
resistance
not
being
trading a
formed.
fund
All of a
account.
sudden, you have a
Right,
candle that
so
looks like this.
You don't know
Right?
their beginning balance or what they started
Once it taps
with,
in
right? But on
1922,
funded
you can take
accounts,
advantage of those
hey,
sales
it's
coming
$100,000
down. But that's the only way where price can come down towards 1904, 1902 today. It must grab liquidity first
But
come down.
a lot of
And again,
traders
for
that you
buys,
see
it's
trading,
got to tap to 1910,
they're all down too,
1909
just
first.
because
So
they're down on their accounts.
until it taps into outer ranges, there's not much we can really do. But in terms of sells, it'll be around here. In terms of buys, probably around like 1910, 1909.
The cool part about
for
having
me
a live
today.
account is now you can just withdraw.
All right,
So
but
it's pretty simple.
honestly,
But
that might
you're
change
on a
during the
funded
session.
account, you're always
If I'm being
looking at it
honest,
like, oh,
probably
man,
will change, but
you know, I'm below the
like
initial.
the idea
amount,
won't
saying,
change, but the exact levels in
Trust
terms
me,
of
that's not a
that,
big
like,
deal.
the buys and sells,
Come right up
will
after
change,
that.
and
We
I'll
took a
update you guys on that.
significant,
Yes, okay, we're making a difference right now.
hit, right? Like,
Yeah, we just need some volume here. We need some movement. It is going to be 8 AM
down
openings.
now.
New York opening in about 4 minutes here, and with the weight of 1 hour's closing, it's gonna close doji, bullish as well. So we can just come down, tap into 1912, 1910. That'd be perfect. We could get some entries here, but
trading my
we'll
system,
see.
trusting in myself, like John said.
Our chat started a little
running it back
rough
up,
analysis, I'll say, but
it's not a big deal. It's not if it's the
time.
first time it ever happened to you, it's not going to be the last.
Give me some time.
You're gonna, especially if you're gonna do this for a long-term career, right? It's not like you're never gonna go and draw down, gang, as a trader. So it's just when we see our funded accounts, we tend to try and play defense, right? So don't do that, right? Just show up every day, day in and day out. Don't let the
probably end up doing though is
affect
have an
your
entry at
mindset
1912 for buys,
Show up,
and then one more entry at
next
1910
best
if you
trade,
don't reject after
climb yourself
1912.
out of drawdown. Get back to
1912 is
winning,
a pretty
get back
decent
to
level
what
here
we do.
that you have on price.
Simple.
Yeah.
Not bullish.
I think we had that combo. Like, just think about it like this, chat. You started with a 10,000. We'll just say you started with $10,000 USD live account. If you got it up to, we'll just say 15,000, and then you came back and you're in a little bit of drawdown, and now you're at 13,000. Are you still down on the account?
Was that 19?
Right, but it's just what you think in your head. You know, you took your last maybe 2-3 trades might have been a loss, and now in your head you're thinking, oh, I'm losing. But that's only 3 trades, right? We don't care about one specific trade. Right? We want a series
which is
of
also
our trades. One single trade isn't gonna make or break anything. I mean, unless you put your whole account up on that one trade, but you shouldn't do that.
Right there below.
And that's a potential
Because of those reasons,
difference.
right? It's not our job to focus on that. It's not our
Yeah,
job
it can be
to
anywhere
worry
in this
about
box
that.
here.
Like,
Product
oh,
for
where
buys.
we up, where
Let
we
me just
down.
mark
I'm
this
like,
up.
who cares about that? I don't. Me personally do not look at that at all. All I focus on is coming here every day, doing my job, which is hunting the playbook setups and execute on those setups. That's the only job we got, right? We can't really do anything about the whether we're up or down. All we can do is take the best trades, right? So why worry about what our account looks like? If that has nothing to do with our job.
Which is the previous
Right? Let's focus on our job, and that will grow naturally.
That's so true, John. Because if you think about it, I'm never worried about, oh man, like my next, I'm scared to pull the trigger on this next trade. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like whenever the next setup comes, I'm gonna execute because I know that it's going to be. I'm going to wait for my setup. And I'm not going to budge unless it is exactly what I want to see. So, when it appears, execute. Whatever happens, happens.
1920 or 22.
We know our playbook. We know what we want to see. So as long as we're disciplined and we can wait for those things to align, that's all we got.
That's like a 20 difference.
For gold, this is a no
We can't focus on that
very straightforward.
because what is that going to do? That's just going to cause stress on us.
And let's
And
wait
then
for
It really
just gonna
depends
cause
though,
us to
because like there's a
overthink,
heavy
right?
resistance
We
here.
want
Yes,
to
he's heavy
eliminate
resistance here on
we want
price,
to eliminate thinking.
right?
Trading,
Right
We
around
don't
here
wanna
on the
think.
most
We
recent.
wanna trade like a
So if you
robot.
continue to stay in that
So
range
don't
there
focus
from
on
like
that
20
account, right?
from
Focus on your job as a
1917
trader.
to like 1913, right? Any given point, once you see an account breaking the highs, tapping to 22, 21, as long as you're still closing, respecting this resistance, right? Then this could literally form and happen. It's just about whether it's going to be 20 or 22.
Straight 10 lots, even when I was down 9%.
So yeah, I want to see how like these counts close and react at like 1917 levels, because that's a pretty crucial zone. If you close above 1917, then looking for sells at 22, 21 might be a little difficult, because you can easily at any given point just fly straight through those areas. So I'll probably hold off on the sells for now. I won't have my levels for the sells just yet. I'll probably figure it out during the session, but for the buys, I'll just leave it the way it is at 1911, 1912.
A lot of research in regards to gold right now.
Yeah, we did close below.
Alright,
Let's take
chat.
a look at what we got going on. If
That's
we enter
what I got today.
These nations
The break
are
of the lows
expanding right
there.
now. Want to go off of the dollar
We got
standard,
about a
the
12
petrodollar,
pip stop.
and, start or
Yeah,
create
that's what I got.
12 pip
currency
stops
by
up
gold.
here around,
By
like,
real
even if you had
physical gold.
1916, that's not too bad.
This is growing. This niche is growing very significant right now at the moment.
13 pip stop.
However,
The closure
we
swing?
should not
No.
think that
Yeah, let's see how this top wick comes out. How the 15 unfolds.
I have the monthly close
and then we may get into
in about 3 days, and then after the top wick, I'll decide.
Just give it a little. We got
after the top wick, it should be
30-minute
good.
celery play too.
You want to accumulate as much
Yeah,
gold
a little
as
rusty
possible.
analysis today. I'm not gonna lie, but
Then you want to buy gold.
I'll definitely pick up
for
during the session.
a cheaper price.
what percent we
Wasn't
got?
really baseline analysis today.
Probably, you know, I was getting close to having to do that, but I didn't do it. You know,
But we'll see.
if I had to do it, I would.
Maybe it was.
Right?
Maybe it's all we needed.
Prices out there right now in regards to the actual
As long as my
Yeah, I
stops
think
were
that level's
good,
pretty decent level.
that's mainly what I was looking at.
just
about we can tap it.
All right.
So when I opened up here, first thing it does was just go straight up. All right, interesting. Why couldn't it come down first?
It goes and it will go and it will break that high here at 2,000. And we start really breaking the high.
Let's just wait.
Closing above it and
Let's
looking
wait.
for next
Remember
up
this
here.
candle I told you guys
I
is
think
very,
from there
very
on,
crazy.
Remember, you can only enter
we
this
could see some crazy
Drop it by
buys,
50% or
especially
something?
if that's
I would just drop it for whatever that trade was, right? So let's say I was down like 10%. Well, now I know I can't lose 2%. So I would just, I'd keep it 10 lots, to be honest. If we only had a 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 cent stop, I'd just keep it 10 lots. But if it was going to, the stop loss was going to be enough to blow my account, then
that's good.
when I would decide to switch.
My levels might not always be right though, so just because you have the same levels as me doesn't. You
But
know,
I'm
like,
fully confident in every
you might have
trade
a
I
more
take
valid
because I've
level
done the
than
homework.
analysis, right?
I've done all the homework here, so that's why I can confidently continue to open up the 10 lots. You know, unless I really, really.
I need to warm
had
up here with some questions. Is it possible growing a $100 account to being a big one like 25, 30K? Of course it's possible. Of course. It's just
as well if gold will stay in that range.
you know, in what amount of time?
Derek, good morning, Derek. Sorry about
Exactly.
that.
Thanks, Nick. Oh, you're welcome.
All right, step 2 for you.
If I were to
Good
tell
question,
you
though.
what you
just
wanted to
gotta
hear,
kinda, like you just got to use your brain,
you know,
right? You
you
just
probably
gotta
wouldn't
say,
want to
hey,
hear
no,
it.
am I-
But
can
if I were to be
afford
realistic
this
and
stop
tell
loss
you
or
how
not?
long that'll
You know,
take,
just kind of adjust on the fly. That's what I would do.
like to be honest, you know, growing $100 to what percent is that? $100 to 25, 30K. Also, why do you need 25, 30K exactly? What's the reason behind that? Is it to pay off something?
Now we went from
Is it because you're in a current situation? One thing you don't want to do in trading is try to dig yourself out of a current situation using trading, because what that's going to do is it's going to add pressure behind each and every single little thing you do in Forex.
To just move on.
Every time you take a position, you're like, oh, fuck, here we go again. I gotta pay off this 25K stuff. I gotta pay off this, you know, let's say, for instance, you owe, you're like, 5K in debt, right? Every time you take a trade, you're always gonna be like, man, if I win this trade, I'm $4,000 closer to my $5,000 debt goal, right? You move your TP. Man, I'm moving my TP here. This trade's gonna run, and it runs, bro. I'll be able to pay off my 5K debt. You see what you're doing? Like, everything you do now, it's always gonna be based off of your current situation, and that's what you don't want to do in Forex, right? Like, you don't want to add that pressure and apply that pressure because trading is already hard enough itself, right? You want to move with what the market gives you, not move with what you need to grab, because the market doesn't care about what you need to grab. The market doesn't know your current situation. It doesn't know what you're going through, right? It doesn't know you. Hasn't spoke to you, right? It knows nothing about you, right? All it knows is that the market's gonna move how it wants to move, and your job is to adapt. But when you apply that pressure,
All right, so let
you
me
know, you need to make this by end of the month, you need to make this by end of the year, right? This by this day. But you're gonna force trades, right? You're not gonna take your higher probability trades. You're gonna take like lower probability trades just so you can reach those goals, and that's the last thing you want to do.
Based off the 1 hour. 30-minute looks pretty clean for a celery, although
yeah.
you do have some supports here.
But $100 to 25, 30K without over leveraging, it's take a couple years, realistically.
If we take these lows out, we should break through these support levels. Let's just see how the 15 closes, and then
but,
we'll look
you know,
to potentially get
being
into
honest.
positions.
It's gonna take a couple years, and usually a lot of traders don't have like, especially a trader asking that exact question. They wouldn't usually have the experience off of what I know. They wouldn't have the experience to actually sit through those years with that $100 and grow it to 25, 30K. They want that $100 to hit 500 this week, so that next week they trade $500 and they flip that to $1,500, $2,000. So then the week after they can flip a $2,000 account to 10K. Like they want just flips. They don't want to take the long route, which I get, you know. But
jacket on. I'm already wearing a hoodie.
you're never gonna make it in the industry if that's what you're gonna do. I'm just being honest. Like, you're not gonna make it. But $100, you know what you could do? You could learn the skill called compounding. So you could turn $100 into $101. You made 1%. That's good. I made 1% on Friday, right? The difference is 1% of $100 is $1 versus 1% of 900K is $9,000, right? But when you have that skill, it doesn't matter what account size you trade. No matter what account size it is, right? If you can learn to make 1%, you can make 1% any account size, and you'll get there over time, right? At first, yeah, it's gonna be $1. That's your 1%, but then your 1% might be $100 one day. One day it might be $1,000, right? And then you keep building, you keep making your way up and building your way up. But you have to have the skill to make that 1% in the first place, right? You can't just force yourself or force that account to get to, you know, 100x so that you can start trying and make your real 1%. That's what a lot of traders do, right? $100 are like, oh, this is just play money. This is just $100. This is nothing to me. Right? In your current situation, they'd be like, okay, let me get this account to 1,000, and then I'm gonna start trying. What does that mean, right? Because you're not just gonna wake up one day and be like, oh yeah, I got, you know, like you're not gonna wake up one day with a skill. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna take years to build that skill up, right? And just because you flip your account does not mean you have the skill, right? Longevity is a skill, right? Understand the long-term game is a skill, right? So. Like again, like it's gonna be difficult, right? And that's the route you do not want to take. Trust me, it's not gonna. I've been there countless times. Trust me. And chat's been there countless times too. You want to take time with this. And yo, fuck. Okay, if you gotta work a job. And take care of your bills and income while you trade, then that's completely normal too, right? That's completely okay. But the last thing you want to do is rely just on trading to pay off your monthly rent or whatever. You're applying pressure for no good reason, and it's gonna be very difficult to trade.
So far, it's 8 for 8
and be your true self.
and actually like testing it in that. But for the first time ever on Friday when I had taken one, the candle that I had entered on, right, because it was one where it came, broke the lows, and then when it reflipped to bullish and broke its own high, I entered. But it came back and closed bearish on the candle I entered on, right? So I was like debating on whether I should just close the trade or let it play out.
Yeah, you gotta make trading a hobby
just
first, right? Exactly.
It's still open on the 1 hour, and it still played out. So
my question is, why are you
be
so
interesting.
today?
Yeah, this is the first time I had that.
No, I'm not drinking Coke, bro. This is straight up coffee, yo. This is not Coke. This is not Coke. This is
exactly what
coffee. This is just straight up dark coffee. No sweetener, no whatever that is. No milk, none of that. Straight up coffee.
Shut up, you noob, Kate.
It has some really
You don't know
good
gold
days
like Nick.
I gotta wake up. That's the thing.
It's that conversation in the mirror.
Chat. There's a high chance during the session there's gonna be a reanalysis. To be
Gotta yell at
honest,
yourself.
just give me some time.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you guys, this is exactly what happens to me all the time. You know how sometimes you go through your charts, you come through your charts, and you don't know what's going on? It's normal, trust me.
Oh,
the yen is slightly coming.
Sam always
yeah, I
It's
know
normal.
you're
You gotta
talking.
sit there for a little
about.
bit, and things will pick up.
Yeah, like you see how
See what
it,
you're talking about, Sam.
yeah, like the 7 a.m. 30-minute candle.
Roger don't
broke
drink
the
coffee?
lows,
Okay.
And then it drove back up.
So, I guess.
The next
I should
30
drink
minute
coffee
candle
too.
went without a bottom wing, right?
So
you were already in that.
and therefore
Oh,
Yeah, like Pack Runner FX said, Sam always lets Pack Runner do what the Pack Runner do, right? So I was just in that trade already,
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna
That's why I'm telling you start to get back in.
just get out, right?
That's true.
Win or
Dash.
loss. I just want the
That's
data
absolutely true.
so that I
You
know
know,
what
once
to do
you get
next
over
time
the hump of
to make the best
Can we start
decision.
trading with $100 or less?
I don't get
Yes,
that
you
emotion.
can. Forex
Take notes.
especially, stocks you
I've
can.
taken plenty of losses. Taken plenty of losses. They're all learning losses.
Forex you can start with $10 if you want to.
But chat, how you guys doing
But
today,
do
though?
take
You guys good?
consideration that
I don't
Everyone's
think
good?
anybody on
Trading
this
that amount
Zoom,
of money, you should not really think
when
about
we
it.
lose, it's
Is that a
like,
good
You should
weekend?
think about
let's triple check that and make sure that that was a probabilities
the track
loss,
records,
and not that we didn't.
Oh yeah.
We can talk around there.
Well, at 9 a.m. already, I know.
We don't like to load.
Hey, man,
When we
think that's the most
it's not that we don't
important
like to, but it's like when we do
Did
it.
R get to
it's
1-1
learn from
recently?
it.
I don't know. To be honest, this month,
Yeah,
according to my
we
FX
restudy all of our trades.
yeah, it says like
So
my R
even if
is
it's a healthy
positive,
loss, we're still gonna study it. Right?
435
Like,
which is
that's where we got the background.
I'm trying to get it to go back to negative. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I always like to say you should definitely look more at your previous trade history, like on your MetaTrader chart, than your actual MetaTrader profit and loss history.
Risk
seeing
ratio
where you
for
entered
August. Yeah,
next to
this
trades
month
is
I'm
way more
one.
important
Like my
than how
R
much
is
money you make.
1.8. Last month was 0.69.
That's
The
a
month
great point,
before is.
actually.
Like, I'll show you guys.
So this is beautiful. After
that's
our
great.
Yeah, like those little arrows.
Oh,
true. Like,
Yeah,
Sam's
yep.
Sam's
This is the account, right?
very important. I hope you guys didn't
like,
miss
look,
it, right? He said, I don't
2020
really
people
care
getting
much about
payouts,
the
people
win or the
getting
loss. I
funded.
care
Risk
about
risk
collecting
ratio
the
was
data,
0.
the data.
The August
That's the
2022 it was
most
0.
important thing as a
Negative
trader. You want
0.9.
to collect the data.
Or
You wanna
one
collect
on
that
gold
data,
actually.
and over
September
time, that's
it
how
was
you build
negative
those
0.96.
wins.
October
You've got
negative
enough
0.78.
data up that you can be confident
Whoa.
on any execution.
November
That's why I say I'm confident.
5.5 RR.
What do I mean by that?
Beat the
Collected
allegations.
the data.
December 1.43.
Yeah.
For myself.
January
Dude,
this
I didn't
year,
listen to someone tell me
negative
about they
0.66.
collected. I collected, right?
Whoa,
I
16
collected. So,
RR in February. Holy
Just
shit.
because you're on the stream,
March
that doesn't give you an excuse that
1.66.
you can't
April
collect the data.
negative
You're collecting it with us,
0.97.
right? Nothing better than collecting data with us.
May
because then you hear their
negative
thoughts, their-
5.3.
Their ideas, especially if you've been
June
through social
negative
media markets
8.1.
and have some more experience.
July
Then you really wanna
negative
sit on the
6.9.
stream
And
and hear
this
about
month's been
the data,
positive
right?
for the
Hear
most
about
part,
the data
but
that we collect.
I mean,
you know what our thoughts are on it, and then
yeah,
you put
man.
your own
Yo, for some reason,
experience in on
chat,
that as well.
Okay, so
Twitter
if you were funded before,
got, I think Twitter got confused.
Hey,
You
all
know how I
professional
say like
traders are
RR
testing,
is
collecting
irrelevant to price
data,
action,
right?
like
Sample
risk to
sizes.
award, moving
That's
your
what you do here in the
TP or
charts,
stop loss
because
won't affect the
markets
way
are always
price
right,
moves.
they're never wrong.
should
So
ask
what
yourself
can
the
we
question,
steal
what
over and over again every day?
Misunderstood me
Look at the
when I
charts.
said that. I think they thought like, you know, like
And then
you
it's
don't
time
need
to
to have a
like
TP or
that.
stop loss in trading. Like I think that's what they thought it said.
Always focus.
and become
Monday
very
night
good.
here.
On me about it
It's
the
very
whole entire
tough,
weekend.
hard to
You say break the loads, you mean the body of the wick?
What I
mean the wick.
noticed and what I
In this
personally
case, yeah.
even experienced.
Hello guys, welcome back.
No, but yeah, that was my risk to reward ratio. Like I don't know. I don't aim to have
And I'll get too greedy
any type of risk to reward because it's just solely based off of what the market prints, right? Some days might be
Two
bigger, some
camera?
days might be
Oh,
smaller,
thanks.
Yeah, so the 15
depending on what the
minute
market
candles
prints,
close
the
to
range
me.
it has for me to
See, wow,
trade.
we have
Right,
AJ,
it's up to me to decide that.
Michael
So
coming
that's why I
here.
don't have a set
Right.
RR minimum R.
Monday! Anyone
It's
started
what the
trading though?
market
Gold
prints.
is pretty dead.
That's
Volume's
how I
pretty
see it.
dead. This is
I
Monday,
used to have those RRs
and
though,
why not
right?
open yet?
Back then when I first started trading,
Markets on
or a couple years back.
US not open
Always,
yet, so we
you know,
can
try to
see
take
the
these
volume
ones,
is pretty dead right
1.5s,
here.
1.4s.
It's gonna mark the
I
same
did
level,
it, but
and you
over time I just realized that, you know what?
Candle does close with no bottom wick,
Sometimes,
then
you know
may
how sometimes you're in a
experience
trade?
little pullback.
Chat, let's say you're in a trade here,
someone
and
shorting
say like this is
gold,
your RR.
right? Looking good so far, but we don't have the volume though.
This is
There's
your
no
trade.
volumes that
Your
I'm
TP
looking
is like
for today,
1924,
right? It's pretty
and then you're
slow.
like, wow,
That I'm
this
waiting
thing
for
was
this
6
high,
pips away,
this
or
equal
20,
high to be
like 50 pips
liquidated,
away,
which means
but I
that
wouldn't
I'm going
close
to see
because
the
it didn't
high
hit my
right
RR.
here. Gonna
And
be,
that's when I realized that
liquidity swipe before
if there's
the
resistance here,
to happen.
there's gonna be a resistance here, no matter how big or how small
Strong
my RR is. So that's why, you know, I kind of stepped away from this, and now I just trade with what the market gives me. Instead,
If you go to go
forcing
drive down right here,
those positions to, you know, because
it's not
sometimes
a
like
clean range as
I
well.
never
That's
understand how people say,
wrong
oh,
rejections right here.
I was 140%
So,
profit, and then
today,
price was 1 pip away from my
pretty much
TP
gonna
and
be
never
chill
tapped.
first.
Like, why didn't you just close
There's
straight
no
up? I don't get it.
potential trade. I won't force out an entry.
So,
And
I don't know.
we have a
Yo,
lot
thanks
of
for
news
tier
coming
3,
in
tier
this
2,
week.
Jack Cameron,
Not
appreciate
from
it.
tomorrow. It's
Hello,
gonna
Jack.
be massive week
It's
right here.
Monday today, so for you, this week is gonna be the week.
Yeah, hopefully, hope so.
Where
Hope so.
you
Because we have nice
We're gonna take
news
it easy.
news coming in.
We're
No
gonna be
bottom wick.
We have
structured.
nice news coming in, so
we're
pretty
gonna
much we're gonna follow what's
We're
gonna
just
be
gonna
the
wait.
news right here.
1, 2 trades
Wednesday
today.
we have ADP
How long did you
and
build your
GDP.
50K account? What do you here.
It's
This is
kind of
here.
my favorite
So,
news to trade when it give like a clean momentum.
Sooner or later, you will enjoy your life. So I love it.
this
I think
account
it's
started over here.
And I
You
think
can see it,
Monday
right?
today
What's a lot
is
that you recommend?
Started over here
Account?
last year, August 26th. Like literally a year ago today.
A
A year and 4 days ago today.
actually becoming
And then over time, you know, just kind of slowly pushed up.
trades. Your
Right, some pullbacks, like yeah, a couple pullbacks here.
3,000 US dollar trade.
Beginner? Are you advanced?
Yeah, like some type of,
Right.
I'll say,
Do you have a playbook? Are you
support right around here,
Kind of all
or
varies, right? But I would
pullbacks
just say
here.
generally about 2% risk.
pullbacks here, pullbacks here.
Pretty
Pullbacks
much
here
we
is
can
completely
see
normal.
that, the XY
If you guys
is
zoom in though,
higher
during
up
those
here
days, you'll see like,
of
you
this
know,
current
you see a
high.
huge bearish candle.
To come
But if you
with
zoom out, you
resistance
scale out, there's still
0.32
obviously
that
one
Hey,
bullish
yo,
trend
what
up,
up,
right?
sister?
We have some
Yeah, that's how it's it definitely wasn't one smooth ride, but it was pretty. It was a pretty decent year, I'll say, for the most part. My best year, I'll say, right?
What's happening?
Every year's been my best year so far. So we'll see what next year comes with.
Important while you were thinking
But yeah, I want to see where this account goes next. I don't know when we do this account chat. I might just, I don't know.
YouTube, how you guys doing?
Once it's milli, I don't know. I might just withdraw and do some fun challenges or some content or some stuff.
And now
So what are we looking at?
Maybe
What are we looking
maybe
at?
100K
I
balance
think I'm looking
account
at
for now.
short
If we throw in there or something. But we did this basically
I like that.
on
I like
stream,
that. The
for
same,
the
I have
most
the
part.
same view, man. I have
So
the
now
same
we
view.
have
I
to,
love it.
That's
we have
always
to
good to know
step
for
back a
myself.
second and say,
Makes me feel
you know
a bit
what,
better.
15 closing no bottom wick, it's not worth
On
taking
streaming
a chance.
signals, right?
Now look at the
we
short
can stay back
Because I
on
think
the
last
guys.
year, chat,
Sells below 1913 now,
when we're at
right? Because
Okay,
we really didn't get our opportunity.
So guys,
We're coming
pretty much
into
we
the
got a
last
shoe
couple
here
seconds
Monday.
below the low.
That's
why I
not
didn't
much
wanna take
volume,
it
so
like last
we
year.
see a potential
And then
setup.
that
Wow,
15
this
closing
is
no bottom wick. So
7
there's a
hour.
very high chance that this candle will kind of come back up here now. And then I just want to wait for, you know, at least
But
another
it price tapped.
15-minute
Okay,
candle
cool. It
at
might
this
tap
point.
1911 here.
Maybe 8:30 could be the play.
Interesting.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm looking at the same stuff. What I see happening right now is that the overall trend of euro is still bearish.
Yeah, this is the account
I
last
saw them
year.
come up with
Use the
them, the
position
highs
time
out.
frame you
Yeah,
can
there you
check
go. There's
out
a
on
position
GMA.
Goes back into the range.
It was
and
right
then for
around
me, it's
here.
like,
Position size
I'm
calculator.
like, okay, I'm willing to
142
short
though.
it. So,
So I was down this time last year
looking for it
roughly.
now. Let's see what
Bye
happens.
bye.
A year ago
All
today,
right,
I was
you're
down
leaving?
this account.
Take
I was
care.
down maybe like
Yeah,
half a
I'm
percentage or
I'm
1%.
looking to look for. I'm
See you
looking for
next
short.
time.
So I didn't start off too clean.
I know some people are very bullish
Yeah.
on gold.
TikTok.
Well, I
Microsoft.
was using 20-30 lots though. Same lot
You see
size.
that range, and you start to break down quite heavily.
I think I was using a 20.
Brian is
Starting
not
out my
here
challenge,
for
starting
this
with
week.
zero.
Yeah, 20s. Because then I transitioned
Yeah, I've
to
done all
20
that.
to 30 lots this year.
just
So
complicates
each year I
it.
increased my lot size by 1, right? And that's what happened.
To mention the
I
setup.
think I was using 20s
I've
last
done all
year,
that
then
stuff.
30s,
Right
and
here.
then next year I'm going to use 30s again.
And you see all these sellers stepping in, and you break.
Is it efficient to trade the $1 million account? What does that mean?
I was doing
That's where
First
I'm
year
at.
after some
Bye-bye.
TikTok
Doesn't matter
videos.
what it is.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Aki.
100% I agree.
Hello,
Account
Calvi,
size is
welcome
relevant to
back.
the skill.
Let's see, we
Right,
see
waiting for 30
euros
minutes, looks
breaking
like,
down. See
breaking
also
down.
gold
We have another
reacting
10 more
strongly
minutes
to the
for
downside.
8:30.
You make enough money to course. Courses, no. Signals,
15
pretty decent money,
Is
but
there-
courses, not much. 'Cause I don't really talk about the course much.
Not
Um,
yeah.
Nothing, no.
Yeah, no. I
Get
don't
clarity
really
in
promote the
mind.
courses much.
All right, let's see. Let's see what
It's
it
kind of
does
just
at
like,
8:30.
you know, if
Yeah,
you
lot
need that
of
extra
high
help,
impact news
go ahead,
this
right?
week is
But
gonna be
for
amazing.
the most part,
say that the reason
you
why
learn a
I'm
lot of stuff
fasting
for free on
is
actually
stream.
well
prefer
is
to trade
because
high impact news.
The
Not
signals
really
though,
really
we do some decent
after
numbers,
the
yeah.
news,
it has so
and
much
Let's see
crap.
where we go. I'm looking for something like
First,
this.
we're
it's
gonna
like,
have
when
GDP
you
for
fast, it
Wednesday.
just,
That's
like,
the news
kills
that
all
I'm
that
looking
poison.
forward. Tomorrow, not really.
Oh yeah.
Crap liquidity.
Brian's
Yeah, I
gonna be
believe it.
And
the
the
off
dollars
for the-
indeed.
And the world's
There we
ways
go.
is
the whole week.
Push it.
honestly like
Probably next week.
Yeah,
Only
recon
gonna
today
go
is
back.
crazy.
Yeah,
You see that,
pretty much
you
I'm
see
gonna
that
be
extra
seeing
reaction here. The
Makes
Sunday
sense.
Open is
Yeah, you know
right
the whole
there.
reason-
Makes sense why
Above the
here
Sunday
to
Open.
all the talking right
America's the most obese country, right?
now. Let's see.
Continue, Sam.
And
Yeah,
then,
Breakfast used to not
range
even
is
exist.
Real lively.
The only reason that breakfast
range of
exists
view.
is because
How should I turn my lot
I
sizes?
forget which
It
company
Depends what you want to
exactly it was.
take.
They
like,
wanted to
right
push
here.
more sausage.
if you want to like
and,
take the route
like,
where you
meat
fix
sales,
lot
right?
sizes,
So
how
what
I
they
did it
do
was
is
like
they went to
kind of just balanced out my
guys
average
who
stop
exactly
loss
can, and
to
Godfather
a
of
percentage.
profitability.
Like,
And what they do is they
the thing is,
incorporated
for
meats
me,
and that kind
my
of stuff into
percentages,
the
I'll be
breakfast.
honest,
My
my
percentage
percentage
does not
ranges
even exist.
in terms of this account risk, right? Because when I look at risk, I look at my portfolio, and my portfolio
nice.
consists of like a couple accounts. It's not just this account. This account plus a couple other accounts, right?
There it is.
So
Maybe an amazing target.
of the overall
That's
portfolio
interesting. Let's see if it
combined,
leaks now.
I might be risking anywhere
Top
from
one just
1
opens.
to 5% per trade. On this account, it could range anywhere from 1 to 10% per trade.
Days where you
Some days I might risk less, some days I might risk more, right? I think on Thursday I was in drawdown for like 5%.
I've never actually.
But yesterday, on Friday, we're in drawdown for maybe like 0.0001%, right? So
Like
it just kind of ranges and varies for me. But how I kind of came up with the fixed lot sizes was one because I didn't like to have
where it's just like I know I'm hungry.
I like to do flat numbers, right? So that's why I started the whole fixed lot sizes thing back in like 2020. I just kept going with it, but it was always an average of like 2% risk per trade on my average stop loss. I will say though, over the years, not like they grow, right? So in 2020, my average stop loss was maybe like 20 pips, 15 pips. 2021, my average stop loss was like around the same. 2022 got a little wider, it's like 40, 50. This year's been around like 60, 70 on average.
So let's say you're walking in the club, right?
I can't control that, right? It's just what the market is printing. This year's been more volatile than the past years, so what can I do?
That's not gonna work out, I guess. But yeah.
Go back to
that thread. That's on the way.
Don't enter without a bottom.
That's what I mean.
I'm just adapting. That's it.
That's what I mean.
That would have been your stop loss.
Okay, so we hold support here beautifully at
we saved commissions there.
1913.5.
I wouldn't
Anything
have closed
below.
anything. I would probably would have went break even right around here. I think that was only like 8 pips in profit.
It's rocketing? Yeah, no, it is. It didn't tap 1912 like I wanted to tap. This is Comex Open though, so I mean it should pick up here. If it doesn't tap into 1911, 1912 cap before coming up here, then we can look for some sells at 1920, 1922.
15 definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why.
Because we haven't, in order for price to make a decision where it wants to go next, I believe that it will have to tap 1912 before it really continues to drop up towards the next resistance.
So it's okay.
So if it doesn't come down, tap the levels, at any given point, you can just grab liquidity up here, drop back down. The problem is though, where is it going to grab liquidity at? Exactly what levels? Right? So it could be here.
Something where we're going to put money on the line.
Let me find out. Let me figure out what that level is. I did say during the session.
Let's see, I have a question. Who V3 was here today in the
1917, okay.
I thought it was a really amazing session. I hope you guys were there as well. Actually, we were talking about today's session played out.
Like breakfast, you eat breakfast. If you don't like breakfast, you don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, you see me pull up
before he came down here, he tapped 1920.
You see me pull up breakfast sometimes.
Alright,
I got the
20.
milk, barely milk.
Got the milk.
So much more towards the downside for
My
you.
protein.
1920 came down towards 1915. That's a fit.
You guys take everything so
range.
serious.
60 pit range.
I like that though. I like that. You take everything serious.
Here as well, 1920.
Because one is
Everyone's body.
number two, they're too emotional.
78 pips.
Never worked for years.
These particular consolidations.
I say 1917 is pretty decent,
Let me see.
but there's a possibility you can drop towards 1920 still, which would have to force us to find out.
That closing no bottom wick.
If we can just wait for 1920 and not take 1917. Worst case, it drives at 1917. We missed the move. It is what it is, but I believe 1920 is probably towards that. Yeah, probably 1920.
30-minute seller cut is a long. With that fake out, and then we still break the high, right? Expect prices
It's
to
actually an amazing setup. You just have to be more
and then the
cautious.
1 hour fake out as well. I wouldn't really consider that a 1 hour seller either because it closed back below. So yeah, it's just tough price action.
And the downside protection
Maybe
is
1919,
So nothing to really
Why does
do
price move like that? Today's Monday. One thing
right
is
here in the
today's
box.
Monday.
I
And
think our
price
best
stall
sells today are
they
going
are
to be
waiting
below
for a lot of time
1913.
news coming in.
Are these
Wednesday,
Wednesday we have
trade towards
ADP,
often
GDP
Oh,
I'm a big
coming.
fan actually of the
Tomorrow
Europeans.
we
I
have
really like trading the
consumer
yen.
1980,
So yeah,
Should be pretty good.
Major trades.
How about
Oh yeah.
what I got going on here,
Which
chat?
Of course, important for the fam. People love to trade gold. You guys want to trade gold.
All right.
You guys, when I focus on a different
Yeah.
area, you guys are someone. We're constantly asking me
Probably
about
what,
gold. So
1919, Like there's just no.
Yeah.
Should be pretty good.
You should go.
I looked it
vegan.
up, too.
No, you should go.
Tell what I got going on here, chat.
No,
19.
you should just not eat at all.
Until then,
everyone's got their
don't
own.
want to be part of.
All
Alright,
and you just gotta do what works best. Right?
Overall, these are the
But you
two
really
main
want to
parts.
see those like
Do what
those
works
areas
best,
get
take
smaller.
my
Those are the areas, but whatever's in this range right now is
Say less,
right
more.
now. Prices on whatever wants to fall right now, and it will pick up back down today.
Perhaps
1911 or 1919.
UK, is it true?
Just
Until
eat
then,
donuts
it's a
for
range you don't want to be part of.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Right. Pound.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I'm
But
good.
you really
I'll
want
go
to
back
see
to
those
that.
areas
They're trading gold really well. It's having a dozen donuts for breakfast.
And in order for price to
you
get
shared
on
some
whatever wants to
information.
drop up,
Make sure they
That's
got
what
Fine.
Did
down
Nick.
today.
lots of
It's
jelly,
about the people that are fake
sprinkles.
right?
last year advantage
Yeah, it's
points,
actually
so
really
Correct.
interesting how they do it though.
Sugar.
Yeah, you need,
Yeah.
yeah, you need all the sugar
quite
to give
interesting.
yourself lots of energy.
So yeah,
You
it's
know, you need
definitely
works in
something
that
to share.
glucose for your brain.
Definitely something really
When you
good
come
to
to the
share so
charts.
people don't fall for this trap.
you guys are dropping them off for a day now.
Because there are a lot of fakers in this business, guys.
Regular dozen or
obviously,
baker's
so you need
dozen?
to make
Bake.
sure that if they trade,
Someone's like,
They trade
perfect.
live.
That's the only excuse I needed to
show
go get some
you how
donuts.
they
So I'll
execute.
Yeah,
see you guys.
I think
in
last
15
night I was
minutes
talking to
at
Elvis.
candle close.
there are a lot of fakers.
it was like
You know this.
it was
Right.
around
Right.
927. He's like,
Got the
are you looking
YouTube on
for
already?
cells to grab liquidity? I'm like,
Hold on, man. Hold
Right,
on.
the
it's
king.
good to
All I
Diet
need
Coke
was
and a bunch
a
of
I'm not
donuts.
trying to
donuts.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you need a
Yeah, I think
diet.
last night I was talking to Elvis. Yeah, so probably like it was like 1919, 1918 areas.
Someone's on
What-
the
what-
It was around the 927. The thing is, yesterday I wanted this push. Are you looking for cells to grab down
we
here?
got here.
Right.
I'm
See,
like,
guys,
I
appreciate
you guys showing up,
I'll
ready to
let
win
you
here.
know.
If you guys haven't liked those,
Don't drop up right, chat. Let's
Go
say
ahead,
you can
get
sell
those
here,
streams
right?
like
Things
those.
even if you don't drive down
next
again,
Monday,
right?
And if you're not subbed to the channel, go ahead subscribe.
Have no trade on go. Maybe we
Towards 19. Yesterday I wanted this,
How
12 for
this
instance.
changed your life, or
Right,
you know,
this push
when you
down
did
here.
this,
You gotta grab
this, or when you said
support
that,
because like
I
flip
flip
it.
this
This
is
is
your
what's
resistance
going on.
here, right? So in order for price to continue pushing up, it's gotta make a higher high.
Even
Even if you don't drop up right, chat, because it didn't grab liquidity here, right? This is
you
definitely.
know, we got no jobs.
Even if you
right?
don't
This is
in the range though, there's
down
definitely no
again.
liquidity there. If you were to
Right
do
here.
this
So
towards
shout out to all you guys for
19
being
first,
here
then
and
this
having
trade might
fun.
be. I wouldn't take the pot themselves out.
I
It's
got
gotta
one message,
grab.
and
If
you
you're
can
if
do
you were
it.
to do this first, right?
This is
Tap
your
19.
right? Like
Resist
that's
9,
the
right?
message
So
I
whenever
have.
price is dancing,
Keep
it's gotta
pushing
make a
up.
higher high. But it didn't do that. Hello.
Right, if I can
If it
condone
didn't
it,
grab
see
liquidity
range
here,
from
right? This is the here. So he's in the range though. There's doesn't grab liquidity yet. If we're to do this, if price were to grab liquidity, it would likely be at 1970. I wouldn't take the pot. The cells there. Price were to drive up now. If it were to do this first, right? Tap 19.9 and then pull up, and you were continue to drop up. It's gonna drop up. If this were to happen, you'll see this. We're still in the same range coming up. Here, so if it didn't grab here, so I grab here, right? So here hasn't grabbed it. So anywhere from liquidity at 1919. If price were to grab liquidity, it would likely be at 1917.
Believe in
And guess
yourself.
what? You'll
Don't
be in
be
profit.
soft to
You have
yourself.
1917 levels, right? So let's say price were to drive up now. Ranges.
Have
You
confidence,
can then take
right?
advantage
Yourself,
of,
nothing but
and let's say
believe.
this area on price is bullish, and you will continue to drive up. It's 19,
Purpose,
17.
right,
If this were to happen, you'll see this form first before coming up. Because if it didn't grab it here, so I grab it here, right? So anywhere from 1919 to 1917. And guess what? You'll be in profit. You have ranges. You can then take advantage
How do you
of
see yourself as a person, and what are the
this area on
what are the
price,
habits
right? From 1919 to 1917,
that
which is
person
a
has,
$2 move.
and what are the habits that you need to become
Not bad.
that person?
So that's probably what I'll
Some you guys gotta
be taking for sales.
write down and ask yourself.
Yeah.
Since when did you trade and how did you learn?
Yeah,
I
one
started
thing I
trading
feel like I had to say too.
2016.
When I was in prayer earlier today,
You could get a sniper wrench like
and I started to
Friday.
trade
I felt the
cryptos
Lord saying,
first.
"Say this
Wait,
on stream
1919
today."
to 70 is
A lot of people got
the exact level we had on
introduced to
Friday.
trades
Someone out
throughout
there is
crypto. That's actually
praying, and I want you to know that
Exact sell there on
God
Friday.
hears your prayer
But yeah,
and
that's
that
how I
you are going to
started.
be healed. I don't know
I think when I
who
was
it
like
is. I know
12,
someone's
I
out there though
opened
dealing
a,
with something because I've
You
got
could get a sniper rifle
discernment,
Friday.
right? And I know you've
Wait,
been praying.
1919 to
That's what I've heard.
70 is the exact level we had on
And
Friday.
It hasn't been nothing.
12 years
If it can
But I want
form
you
that
to let
push
that
up
one
before
let
now
you
when
know
it
that
closes,
you
up,
are
amazing. But you have like
You're
30
healed
minutes
now.
left.
So
The last
watch.
two forward candles
that is
have closed
in a
bearish,
couple days,
but it hasn't grabbed
so
liquidity yet. So
whenever you go
you
to your
can break
next
the
doctor's
highs
visit,
Okay.
and then close
keep
doji,
us up.
that'd be
It's
amazing.
2% per week is fine. Yeah, it's fine.
If it can form that push up before doji,
Never forget
that'd be
about
amazing.
that.
But
Don't know
you have
who it
like
is?
30 minutes left.
Why do
The
you
last
don't know
two
who it's for,
Because
but I know it's for
four
someone.
candles
Brian
have
joining this
closed
I know
bears,
it's for someone.
but it hasn't grabbed
Brian's
liquidity
not
yet.
joining.
So if you can break the highs,
This has something to
and
do
then
with healing
close
too.
doji,
It's not like winning
that'd be amazing.
financially. It's
Yeah,
being
it's
an
an
entry
entry,
sort of
and
healing.
then closes doji, we'll have a run. The structure did change a bit.
I used this style a good time ago.
Friday had that huge push down, right?
Changed to SMC.
Towards,
I felt I wasted
1903.
my time. Now return
And
to
to
what
win the
makes me
game,
happy. This style
Go
for sure.
first.
Hey,
it's a
feeling
big
last
challenge.
week.
I love it.
welcome back.
So
It's
my
a bad week,
welcome
but still
back.
passion
fine.
is truly in the markets, in the financial
Yeah, it is
markets
similar
in
Friday's
general.
trade.
The
This
reflip on
holiday
the
for
1 hour.
Brian, yeah,
The structure
it's,
did change a bit.
Going on in the world, from like in market
baby
Obviously,
making
because Friday
trips,
had that
right?
huge
30
push
minute
down,
closes
right?
soon,
economic
30 minutes
standpoint, so
Towards
I'm
that,
very,
nice.
you know, like interested
You know,
in
you
doing
know,
a lot
in
of
the
research
building.
and you name it.
Damn,
So all of
TikTok
that
is,
combined
TikTok is
led me becoming a trader.
We are
And,
big hug.
At the same time, you know, I like
Is
to
your
travel.
account funded or personal? It's
I like
funded.
to be, you know, different types of places in the world. Therefore,
Oh shit, yeah,
would
Trade's
be
taking. I
great
gotta
Alright,
check that
let's
out.
see how 30-minute closing.
some sort of online.
Yeah, chat. That was from Friday.
Second
That
ago.
was from Friday's free
Wow.
live stream.
Why you
Chills,
want me
man,
to chat
chills.
about agro trade? I never heard of it before though.
Audio Lorenzo, I am 29.
I only.
All right. So this is the
Oh shit, yeah,
Yeah,
Trade's
it's
taking.
my
Up to the
time.
record, by the way.
Recommend
Yeah,
some
chat. That was from
FFM
Friday.
right, so 8:30
With the
candle.
spread,
When you get
Uh,
some
From
I
tips,
think we
Friday's
should
Repeat
continue
spread.
to wait, man.
live
Super
stream.
I don't
right?
necessarily
So that's
see
the only one
anything.
that I suggest right now. Right, 15-minute open, no talk break here.
Up to the record, by the way.
and that's really brutal. Don't tell me it was overtime. Yes, that's overtime. That's like the biggest Dutch supermarket.
Stream record.
Best
14.
thing that ever happened to me. Getting fired from my work.
Damn, I gave you guys
understand that,
395
this
pips
is
this
the
month.
system where I got put into at that moment. I thought that
For
was
free.
the way to go.
This is on
That's
stream.
not the way to go.
Yeah, we did
Can you go
uh,
US 30? No, I don't look
78.
at my accent.
No, my bad. 194. Okay, I
I
got
will
the
use
yearly record here.
right to
Oh.
register. Yeah, you can.
194,
Jim?
88.
You can also find
5-3.
Brian for cashback, but requirement is 1K above.
2278 pips.
Mentorship is different.
Nice.
The cost is
And
all
monthly,
about
same
the
thing.
funded,
1905,
becoming a
1405.
funded traders. You but it's not open yet, so just wait. We will announce on Telegram.
Yeah, we have to take a
channel.
loss
It
on
is
stream in a
open
minute.
yet.
It has
We
been,
just closed for the current.
The last
members
loss on
right
stream
now.
chat was
We have some
711.
strong bearish momentum here.
711 was the
Never
last
stunning. It's
loss
okay, you
we
got
had on
fired.
stream.
Now
So
you
it's been a
can,
month
help
and
us
like
make
15
money.
days since we took a loss on stream.
Being
I think
fired
that's the
might
longest we've
brought
ever
you
gone
to the
on
place
stream
you
in
are
our lives.
right now.
Before that, maybe it was
I
like,
love it. I love it.
well, actually, you know
Yes,
what?
sir.
January 25 till
Don't worry.
March
the
8.
owner
How many
of
days is that,
supermarket
chat?
is probably a free
Would it be a
member.
pick
We
up?
did that in
Probably.
January. I remember that. We did.
You
but,
never know.
but I think this run was way better because this run gave us more
100%.
pips.
So, you know, it's usually
And this is
that's
on
a beautiful
stream. You
thing.
can't fake this
If
stuff
you
up.
are in the
Let's
same
wait for the
situation,
closures.
amazing.
Yeah, the
You know, the more
25th.
you
So that's a
really
month,
closing below
5
prove
days,
yourself when you were
plus
younger, the
8,
better it's gonna be. The more
30
hungry you're gonna
plus
become,
5
the
plus
more
8, 43. 43
work
days
you put into changing
versus the 11th
And
to
before
today.
you
So
know it,
that's about 30.
Yeah,
You're
Shina, no more limit,
plus
no
you
more
accelerated and
limit
18.
on the
go
trading
beyond.
day, though.
That
So
is going
That's
to be
the change, that
48.
shift in your life.
So what was the first one? The
it's
first one
usually
was how many days?
The people that I know
Second
that are
one's
really
48,
good friends of
first one,
mine,
what did I say
most
for
of
the first
them
one?
had a pretty shitty start.
It's still like a good sell here, man.
What was the first streak again, chat? I just forgot.
But today's Monday.
Not all of them, most
Just
of them.
going sideways. TikTok got banned, guys. I think no more TikTok live.
Tier
after
2 gets
this.
Zoom and extra sessions. You don't get extra
I don't
sessions. No,
think
tier
there's
2
any
or
more
3 get
TikTok
Zoom.
live.
Abdul
after
Lorenzo,
no
the
delay on
daily
Zoom.
gold chart
They banned me
market, it looks
again
like it
on
did a
live.
fake
Yeah,
on
I
our
don't know,
retesting
man.
last
Like, so
resistance
many
level.
others.
It looks like it's going to be bullish.
You could trade today? No,
Yeah,
it
just
is
you
not.
guys
Not
need to
yet.
take
I'm still waiting here on
Then,
price.
yeah, above
Yes, I
1920.
just
This one's long
Trade
enough here,
True,
but likely
I
gonna
don't
be like
copy all of my
9
account.
a.m. at this 44?
point. I copy
Okay, yeah, 44, 48. Yeah, so this was our biggest streak, I think, in terms of days without losses on stream.
rejection here at these lows.
Yeah. Two Kelvin here.
Right here. So
Yeah,
if
sometime
anything
I'm
changes
gonna-
and we come above it,
I'm gonna
yeah,
2
I
days
will be,
ago, he's back
above
home.
the
In case
1920.
anything
So he's
down,
back
yeah.
getting,
Yeah,
you know,
looking to be
What's
bullish
that?
for
Actually,
the
70
moment.
came close to loss for a few times,
And
but it never happened.
thank you guys
What to figure out is just simply
70K is a little
prayers
stretch.
and all your
we open the
thoughts.
market.
And
Do you have a
65.
yeah, he's good
plan
to
to
go.
make my own
Now you just
problems?
gotta
I don't
maybe
think
see a
so,
doctor
guys. I
and
don't
see
think
what's
I was
going on
actually
in the
coming down and breaking
brain.
lows. Yeah, we're gonna.
I think if he
It's gonna be
can
troublesome. It requires a lot
dedicate
of money.
and commit to a
Yeah,
healthier
more or less the week.
lifestyle,
If I have
I
a
think he's
For
on
now, it's just a matter of
problem
waiting
on the
for
road
I'm
to
pretty much
success.
against everyone here.
or for the dollar actually to
You know,
start
problem
moving
Thank
don't-
you for asking.
direction.
Don't
I
like
don't remember.
you
Do I
to
use the
make
funded
money.
trader? I do.
I wish I
Yep.
could open the stream up again, but I can't.
Brokers,
Yeah,
I
They want
can't even
to
take the
take
stream in half
$400,000
and like leave it on YouTube.
so I pretty much fall on the
I
trader
think it's
side.
just too long, and YouTube doesn't archive streams that
And
see
that
what
long.
we
Yeah,
Tier 2 gets
unfortunately,
even
I
extra
know it's
sessions.
Also,
You don't get
some-
extra
yeah,
sessions. No,
he's
tier
the guy
3
that
gets. Where did
pays
it go?
Hacker to
There's no delay on Zoom.
Shout out to everyone who
gone?
comes to the
Yeah.
charts every day trying to put
We got
themselves in a
some-
better position in
we got
life.
some.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, trade today? No, it's not.
Buzzwords,
It's not
scalps,
yet. I'm still waiting here on price.
Right?
You just check my
Making
dash.
decisions
Where'd it
today
go?
that
There's some
you're
volume
forced
picking up
to
here,
make
but
some
likely gonna
nice
be like
swimming here,
9
man.
8 a.m. at this point.
We all kind of have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
I
if
get
start
started
there's
for
story
that.
no
like a
volume,
reliever,
pretty
like a
much
reliever.
don't force a trade. Look at a 15-minute.
It was a reliever got
Trying to
fired,
flick
got
up
into
right
a
here.
crypto Ponzi.
Is the war room going on tonight? No,
This whole thing
gang.
is
The
like a
war room's
breakout.
gonna resume on the
Apple
4th.
says I've been learning
So the 4th of
and falling
September.
for a while.
50K
Just make
just make
sure
sure drawdown.
Be
Yeah.
on the right
It's a business
path to
model.
become
yes,
So
the
a
4th
actually,
of,
shout out
of September, the
It's a
war room
business
will
model,
continue.
so
You be back,
7K
be
is
ready,
low.
if you lose the money,
be there
then
like
yeah,
you've
take
never
the
been
money.
there before. 'Cause
5K,
come,
67K.
I'm prepared.
Point, I
If
think,
everyone
for you
winning
as
Come
well,
from
prepared
but I
from
just want to
to
give
receive,
you
man.
realistic
Come
perspective.
prepared to learn.
Because
And
90% of traders still
the next
failing.
couple weeks are gonna be
So-
insane.
Unless you are,
It's
you know,
a
an
successful business
18-year-old
model.
that made a
stuff
lot
like
of
that,
money with a
but,
crypto pump.
High operating
Yeah, Nolan,
costs
that's
are
amazing. Yeah,
you know,
that's
problem to run.
just.
It is very,
I
very
love to hear
tough.
that, man.
I don't
Congratulations.
remember.
To become
I wish
actually
I
very
have
rich.
enough.
It
I wish
requires
I
a
could
lot
open
of
the stream up today,
sacrifice,
but
a
I
lot of
can't.
hard
I
work.
can't even cut the stream in half
It's
and
super undervalued
leave it on
because you
What happens
see,
if you blow your
people-
funded account?
I think it's
then
just
you
too long, and
you
YouTube
hear
you blow it
stories
just
about
like
doesn't
any
archive
other
came
account
back
that
up.
long.
Unfortunately,
$10,000
like
a
it's
month. This
Oh.
guy making
moved for 10 pips down.
$10,000 a month,
where did it go?
and it's
One
like,
moment
it
it's
feels
there,
like
and then
it's nothing anymore, and it doesn't
Oh, it's gone.
Maybe not so.
mean anything
next it's
anymore.
gone.
You clipped the analysis. Oh, nice. That was a
Yeah,
pretty good
just
analysis
like
too.
operating
Oh
costs.
no,
It's
it's
very hard.
I agree
gone.
with
It's
that.
very tough, but it's and it
Should we wait for
Let
requires.
me just check my
Next
dash.
4 hours. Yeah, we're gonna wait for the
Where'd it
next
go?
4 hours here.
Someone says 1020.
Yep,
They-
that's
they-
coming
D20
up
is
in
up
just a
high,
few
high
minutes.
up to
So,
here.
Talking about working on yourself.
They need to take
very happy
some
here.
time
We
to
From a
reach there.
creative
avoided
perspective.
2
I see
break-even
no
trades.
volume today, guys.
I think
Maybe,
Volume is
maybe
pretty dead here.
we would have closed
Yeah,
partials.
it's
last
Almost
year.
break
I didn't like. I don't like
to the low and then
Like
now
that
break
entry at
up
all.
again.
So that's not a playbook position. I wouldn't have.
but
If
there
this
are
gonna be
five
closing
people
I
bear
wouldn't even consider
bullish,
that
then
scenario.
this
This is
can
where I
be
go
a
to
continuation
is
up
that
at
small
this point to
steps
the upside. Right, if this 15-minute close
lead
bullish,
to
let's
big
wait.
accomplishments, and I think that if
I got a
you just
picture that reminds
constantly
me how
try to
far I've come.
improve
Oh,
on a
nice.
day-to-day
Yeah,
basis,
it's always good to
with-
have those.
with minor steps, starting with something small.
Yeah, it's
And
always
the
good to
compound
Boring Monday. I
give yourself a
mean,
little
step
talk in the mirror.
momentum.
I do this
if
every
the
day, but
today is not
From what I understand from
good,
Don
right?
is
To
congratulations, price action,
congratulations.
my man.
Dude,
How
man.
about Paris?
come a long way.
Bias.
You really have.
I thought it was not a vibe.
A lot of
Just
guys
don't
have too. You gotta give
use
your.
them. I've used them before in the past.
Just
I've used all of that in the
remember
past. I just don't
everyone-
use them
There was a
anymore.
time
I
where
use
you had
strictly
no idea what a pip
read
was.
candles.
Stick with the momentum.
Right?
Form
And you
resistance.
were calling
About
it
it.
volumes
right?
below. Yes,
Wow,
UK back
okay,
from
back
the
up.
day.
Just price action, understand
pretty
move
much
candles
sold
down
out.
theories,
Right? You guys had no idea.
how candles
And
move the
why
market.
How far you've
Gonna
come
have
since
volume
that
No,
since
you
that
don't.
time.
You
I try to make sure, you know,
I
lost
you clip the analysis.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
pretty good. Before I get into things.
You
analysis
did?
too.
starting from scratching. So
Because I'm pretty sure all those things on a different scale.
Lots
it's
of count- a lot of counts are being blown in this range.
Different variation.
Yeah, they
there.
are.
this build,
A different term.
Yeah, I know some of you guys
Like our
are
book entry on Friday.
I heard
I was reading the
Ryan
comments and someone was
struggling
like, yo, that was an
I
orb
just
block there. where that was an overflow or some shit there.
It's just a learning
And I was like,
process, right? It's just a learning process.
I just drew blinders and I just drew resistance there.
Over and
There was no top wick somewhere here. I fell right there.
Mad at yourself, right?
But
Say, yo, what the hell
I didn't
you
know it was
doing,
an
man?
aura block. I
You
didn't
know
know
what
it was
to do.
this, right? It was just
Know what to do, you know what not to
again,
do.
the
Why are you
market
taking
prints
stupid trades on a Monday?
the same way in different terms.
Just
For different trading strategies, right?
Going. So
You might see a right shoulder. That right shoulder on the head of the shoulders could be a Fibonacci retracement. That right shoulder could be your higher low. That right shoulder could be be your block, right? So from what I understand from Don is whatever.
My
right?
experience has been good actually.
So it's all
they are not strict
how about the same thing to me.
with the withdrawal.
That's not advisable. Just don't use it to identify it. I've used them before in the past. I've used all of that in the past. I just don't use them.
Those you
anymore.
guys
I
have right now have no plan.
Not to pay you.
Read candles,
because they allow trading.
form
So when you
resistance
lost
about it.
momentum, how did you push back yourself?
And
Find
they
new
have
momentum.
like
So
that.
Just
Yeah.
price action, understand candle
Illusion don't have
theories,
prices.
how candles move the markets, or
Okay.
what makes up the markets
It's
on different
I mean,
scales,
like,
right? Hills, different time
we
frames,
have people trading
understanding
for
how
years,
to
for
yourself.
years.
Everything that I do
Yeah,
could look
I mean,
on the
oh,
fixed,
that's
right?
the
Doesn't
same
mean
as
how
everybody.
it looks
And not
on the
because,
daily,
I'm not
right?
Four.
I'm always trying to get better at kind of combine patterns together, right? To create things. But I'm trying to learn and improve off of my own mistakes and price action, my own resistance, but I guess like theories, my own knowledge, right? Like I would assume that they sound similar. That's how. That's what makes you a profitable trader, right? You test things out yourself.
too easily. Now it's not coming in anymore.
You don't take anyone's word for it. Right before you get into something, you got
Oh shit. Okay.
test out yourself first,
Next time
right?
you
Like
start-
there's a couple times when
able to
when we
withdraw.
Coming more. You know.
footprint overflow,
Bank
someone
account,
introduced a topic for us,
account.
and then we
Let's keep it up together.
emphasized that topic
yes.
for like a good 7-8 months before I got into it.
Yeah.
I didn't care how big that trader
Average
was. If it ain't
was
broke,
a-
don't
I
fix
think
it.
it's
My
like
enemy
average
said
was
Have
a-
I ever had a
me
month
first
worse
before I
than
got
July?
into it. If I come across someone else, come across
Yeah.
it. Someone else said it.
Market
Doesn't
is
make
moving.
any sense,
Right.
right? So
Have
I think that's the best way to learn.
Yeah,
I try to make sure you
don't
learn
be
things
strict
yourself,
with the
try things out, and
law.
everything makes
Stuff
sense
like
before I get into
that.
things. And those whys,
I got
why,
tricked. I don't know.
because I'm pretty sure all those things are on a different scale. It's because there's a reason,
That's
there's
that
a plan, there's a strategy behind it.
Time
Damn.
And it's not
flies.
just random. Like our wick entry on Friday, I was reading the comments and someone was like, "Yo, that was a
Go
or
too
block
far,
there,
man, that's
or that was an overflow or some shit there." And I was like, I don't know. I usually a line there,
Monday is a
and
good
I
day
usually
to
resistance there.
Yeah, the
there
reason,
was no-
the way I
We'll
learned
top wick somewhere here, and I just can
all
sell
this
right there
stuff
at
by
resistance, right?
loan
But
account after account after account.
I didn't know it was an or block. I didn't know it was this.
Show me the
Right?
chart.
It's just like
I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot.
you might see head and
Yeah,
shoulder,
sideways,
somebody
same
might
as
see a
yours.
lower high, same way
And
in different
This thing is
terms
that, man.
for different it's our different, perspective.
You're
yeah,
sharp.
that's why I have all this knowledge now.
That's why I like arguing and
Right.
forex and just like
You're
you, know,
sharp.
you might see a right shoulder,
So winning and losing, they
like it's the stupidest
That
that right
thing ever.
shoulder on the head and shoulders could be a
This
Fibonacci
thing
retracement.
don't go too far.
both teach you a good amount.
Just argue over which strategy is better. Why this? A right shoulder could be your
Way we still have the chance here though. Because this
I joined your stream in July.
this. It's just if you're making money, it doesn't high or low. That right shoulder could be
support
your
range to feel here.
Ah, I see.
July when with them losses, still decided to stay. Great community knowledge.
block. The right shoulder could be your whatever level, right?
Yeah. We're still early on the buy.
Hey, Tampa, Montana. Is it Tampa?
So it's all sort of the
That's
same
a
thing to me.
pretty
That old chair was just.
Tampa, or is it Montana? Where you at?
It's a little. I just need support resistance.
Maybe
to
today
identify it.
will not
I
trade.
had to
That's a
spend a
good
little bit more money on myself.
A little controversial there.
idea. If you don't see a
Sometimes
setup, alright, that
Hey, woke up late. Morning after. Hey, welcome.
that's day gonna be that's no trade day, guys.
Ergonomic, yes.
Good morning.
Have you
GG,
ever
because
traded a
I'm somewhat
prop
scared of that
Oh,
moment.
DJ. That was at the.
Of
pack
course.
run at
You need to check out some of my video, maybe my
Get humbled by
Instagram.
markets or any time to stay positive. Some
People always
days
want
are just
So damn.
I have suggestions for on
Yeah,
what you
too
should do and what you should trade, right? Just honestly, the best way to learn chat is
One thing.
is
and it
to
ain't like-
try things out yourself. Everything that I do,
Someone close to 2%.
right? There's a reason I don't listen to
What do you
anybody,
mean?
and not because
Say the summer months.
it's
are
like
kinda
again,
tough.
like I'm not trying to learn. I'm always trying to get better and improve.
Martin, what do you
each
mean?
and
Is it champagne?
Yeah, they're a little slower, so that's kind of like what makes it a little tougher.
every day as I
We'll
speak,
see those,
right? I'm trying to learn and
this one.
I don't know. It's just like proof off of my own mistakes,
don't want to accept
my own.
Eric, you only trade.
They're very delusional. I guess like theories, my own knowledge, right? I get that, right? It's like, trading. It's money. I would assume that
Yeah, no, I was just
right.
replying to
And
you.
trading, that's what makes you a profitable trader, right? You test things out yourself.
What's the timing you are trading?
It's just like you don't take anyone's word for it. Right before you get into something, you gotta pay your bills. That's like yourself first, right? Like there's a couple times when.
You know about
someone introduced a topic for us, and then we sampled that topic for like a good 7 to 8 months before I got into it. I didn't care how big that trader was. I had to make sure on my end it made sense to me first, right? Before I got into it. I didn't get into it because someone else said it. You know, a lot of mentors doesn't make any sense, right? So they do. I think that's the best way to learn. Comes in like, oh, where's your mind? Learn things yourself, try things out yourself, sample size things yourself. You're not profitable. You don't.
Yeah, trade gold and Nasdaq as well.
You have a better idea of what that is. I can't promise that, obviously, but I
20
could
winning trades in a row. Crazy momentum.
because some people they don't want to accept the fact that promise. If we were to take a setup, well, obviously
Suddenly's not working anymore.
I just and they don't even know what those things mean. Like, oh no, you're just doing obviously be a setup to our standards.
What happened?
Later though,
You start
still
questioning
early
yourself.
for Nasdaq.
Because that's what the person taught them to do.
Out there, every
But it's just it might come today, might not come today, might come later. Like why it's doing that? I'm the one. Why? How? Might come right at 9.
The best way to do that is to just build that structure.
Able to break that backwards. Oh, your R is negative.
What if like that was a buy
Do
setup
one more
there?
time. Build that structure. Integrate.
That was like people always have something to say,
I don't
right?
think we would have gotten activated
Times
because
when
we
you
would have
trade.
wanted a.
And I'm
Like, yeah, you want to understand like every single little why
I'm only gonna
your
trade
progress
to
But
these
today
timeframes.
don't have the volume yet though. I think you hold on with the
to what you're doing, right? There's a why to everything I'm doing. There's a yeah, bro. I know.
But it closed bearish, so I'm not too
But
sure
if it would have
trade.
Wide ever support, a wide ever resistance.
flipped and
Yeah,
drove
structure is just everything. I realize.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
that's where
And those whys, is why
100%.
like every time I draw my form resistance, they're very identical.
yeah, that's what I was.
I think structures everything also
Wanna
within
hang
life,
out?
right?
Because there's a reason, there's a plan, there's a strategy behind it.
Currently, there is one more level indeed.
Where though?
take up.
Where you guys
We're gonna take X amount of.
It's not just random each and every time, right?
Like you said, it's this high.
No.
Yen, and we're going to peg it to Y amount of dollar. So
If you see a rejection here,
That was a good session.
during that short-term time, you see the yen gain it.
at this high,
But there's- they would've caught
above
sales
it,
on
actually
1918,
strong break
Right,
above it.
because now it's being
We
pegged
hit
to the
this cool
dollar, which is the world's
thing
most
called
that you
range,
get a
and
rejection
then we
here.
just watched
It's gonna
it.
happen
And
more
in that
times.
time, you're gonna see.
I never said
Level to look
not
at.
head and shoulder chart. You might see head and shoulder. Somebody might see
It's going
the
to
lower high.
exponentially
Right,
increase
this is
in
the
strength.
high.
It's our perspective.
By the way, Chad, go sub to the channel.
While the-
That's why I like arguing and
So that's
forex and just like
what made GJ do that.
like
Massive
it's
400
the stupidest thing ever.
Let's
When
do
trade
move down in
is arguing over which strategy is better. Why this
say
which
which
chart is
March.
about.
March.
If you're making money, it doesn't matter.
Why you need to
So
bucket
far,
watch?
we're
I
still
can
below
share my
the
YouTube
quarter.
screen.
But yeah, so
Float the moment.
might see some volume here
Nine,
soon.
So we're
sub,
keeping it.
Any of the yen pairs.
We're staying patient until we see that structure.
Damn, bro, it's rich. Yo,
Back on
wait,
the-
yo, give me a little something. What?
Might see some more volume soon. Yeah.
By the way, Chad, go sub to the.
Bro, rich.
Did you just say I'm rich? Channel
Let's see if we got any
with
questions.
$800.
Yo, 800
I haven't looked in the chat all the time.
USD,
What was your feeling
dude. 4 months and
when you passed all your phases?
10 months and you can get some BBS.
That
Let's
was
say
good.
Wix
Yeah,
chart
that was real good.
is about
Good feeling. Yeah, the only thing is I knew I had more work to do, right? So, and there's always work to do, right? So I celebrate it real quick, just like I would celebrate any victory, and then, you know, now.
Damn, bro, rich.
That's trade, right?
We'll say though is that I don't know. It's just like I think because people don't want to accept the fact that there's different ways to trade, and they're very delusional to their own way, their own style. Yo, and I get that, right? It's trading, it's money, it's ego, obviously. 4 months, 10 months, right? In trading and money and all that when it comes to those things, but it's just like it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you could pay your bills.
Checking account.
Using Forex, all that matters really.
So I have a limited amount of
then people
for the day.
Decide to argue.
No, I don't.
Like, it doesn't matter what I do at this point, right? It's like I have my FX
go
book,
see what this is.
a year on
Subscription price
stream, or 4 years on stream data, spreadsheets,
What's the
record,
subscription prices, chat?
Live.
Right, chat.
A lot of mentors, you know what they deal with? They deal with how people always come in like, oh, where's your MyFX book? Where's
One squad a day together.
your track record? Where's your this? Where's your that? You're not profitable. Well, you don't trade live. You know what I deal with? Your RR is
I was like, really? That's just
negative. It's like they don't want to accept the fact that we're just profitable, but instead it's like, oh no, your RR is negative.
He was like, damn.
It's like every trader out there, every mentor deals with like the other stuff, and I'm the one dealing with like I'm the one that's showing it, and then dealing with the your RR is negative. It's always like people always have something to say, right? So
yeah, so the Euro is actually showing us a lot of potential.
Sorry, Chad, give me a second,
a lot
man.
of potential here.
It is what it is.
In case you guys are looking.
Oh, he's
at
upgrading his offer to
as well.
Sam from Golden Corral to First Watch.
I just think
you want to go eat like a.
I never heard of that, bro.
So that's such a good good target here.
There's
He says I made 40% this month. Is this good?
Oh man.
Left still very hungry.
You guys knew.
My guys gave me
Not
like.
gonna pocket watch, chat.
They gave me a.
It depends
like
on the way you manage your trade.
it's like
the way you
a
execute it.
Let's go
It's
to
hard to say if
this
it's good or bad.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, bro. What's going on right now?
And if it's sustainable,
Looks good though.
Where the food at?
Oh, that's good back.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
I'm gonna give you a little kid cheeseburger and two fries.
Not hearing. Fixed problem.
I'm like, damn.
Hello.
Like what?
You might tap into 1919 here.
They don't hear
The
Zoom.
4 accounts on Zoom closed. Zoom, you guys good on Zoom? This should be good on Zoom.
Better-
Yeah,
better
15
pack
minutes
maybe
just left,
YouTube
so we
doesn't
can
hear
pull
this.
back, but and I'm closing bullet. Talk?
Oh, they hear
Bring
it.
a
We'll
snack
see.
with you.
I gotta bring a snack.
Hey, groomsmith,
Yo.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, should get- Oh, yo, yesterday
American.
I hit 200 for the first
Listen,
so
time.
in regards to guys,
Bro,
this is
that's
something
fast.
I've been thinking.
I almost passed out going 200.
me hungry.
Do you guys have a lot of support around
Hey,
you in
guys ever
regards
heard
to
of
like?
Kikis?
I'm like, I'm
Try Kikis, man.
never
So
doing
let's
this
say
again, bro.
you are a
So chat, if you guys
trader,
are
have
joining
a
us,
goal,
leave a like and sub to the channel.
What did you have,
As
bro?
but
whatever
wait,
it is,
dude, I don't know, bro. But I hit it. I'm like, yeah, trade today might not. I can't promise that obviously, but
Are you guys
yeah,
supportive?
I'll
I
sure.
could
Yeah.
promise 3
Yeah.
times if we were to set up. It'll
Yes, no matter what
obviously be a setup
Like,
to our standards,
I wasn't in the car 100%.
Actually,
Sure, yeah.
right?
Order
It's
it.
just it might come today, might not come today, might come later.
Do I have
Well,
order?
No, I have enough time to
Not because
come
we're
to
going.
goals.
We're
That comes
going
right
like
now.
No
So if-
positions.
She was in the car, she would have been beating your ass with a Birkin. Slow down. Slow down.
So we got a 4-hour
Let me
candle
go.
close in here. I do want to
real progress.
look at Nasdaq too. So let's do a really quick breakdown on Nasdaq.
I like
That
this.
one have a
Look
little
at check in a
Birkin imprint on the
second.
forehead.
So we can keep
No,
an
not
eye on
Miles,
you
chat,
did
not
too much.
Miles. No, not Miles, not Miles. Not Miles.
Monday, you got a monthly
I'll be.
candle coming to a
No,
close
nah.
here.
I'm not hitting. I am. It's on
The week has just opened. We got
You're
no
talking-
bottom wick just yet.
my
Previous-
screen.
previous
These
one
levels
was
I found earlier on the
over
stream. So
100.
if
Looks like the Nasdaq did close above this.
you want to go back a little bit and then just like
200.
rewatch it, I hit.
TXL is
Level here though, right? So we do want to see a bottom.
210. That's how I found these levels.
That's like
No, Cronus is no, not really, other than my two closest friends.
Wick there, but everything's pumping up pretty nicely.
$1.40.
But yeah, I'm looking for buys at around 1911, sells at 9.
That's good. That's good.
On the daily, 4 hour looks pretty.
18. Like, that's a $1.40.
Real crazy is yes. Victor
Pretty clean as well. You know, these pair, US 30 and the NAD.
I knew it.
says yes. Maar it just fully support.
Stack are so similar in their price act.